So, but first, we're doing Obscura. Because I don't even know how many days it's been since I've uploaded on YouTube an Obscura video. So, I'm going to do that. Hope everyone's day is going well. If you are in the chat, you can send a nice little chat so I can see if my stuff is working. Oh, and you see how this was off the screen? Yeah. 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 Okay. I don't know if I'll do Overwatch tonight or not. Can you hear my... I hope you can hear my AC running. I'm just going to turn it off just in case, because it sounds like it's picking up other stuff right now. Okay. That should be good now. I don't know. Okay. Obscura first. It's been a while, but I think I remember everything. I don't know if I do or not. I don't think I do. I say that, and then my lips are insanely dry. I thought I just pressed end stream. Oh my god, that was scary. Okay, my headset is on. But like, can I hear anything? Preferences. Why can't I hear anything? Can I hear anything general? Let's turn on a YouTube video and see if I can hear anything, which I know that you guys can't. But there says there's music that's coming through. But I can't hear it. I can't hear anything. Why can't I hear anything? Well, this is fantastic. Okay, so that's unplugged. Let me try this. Okay. Sorry. Always something. It's gonna be something today. I was rage baited at work today. I'm gonna be rage baited during this. I'm rage baiting myself by looking at myself in the face cam of how bad my part is right now. odd. I don't know. Have you tried it on Kick? Because I'm streaming on there too. I'm just messing with settings right now because tell me why. I haven't. I can look real quick. Yeah, I would maybe see if that helps anything. Let's see how loud this is. Hopefully that sounds okay. If it doesn't, please let me know. Please let me know because I'm going to go back and watch the film and I'm going to be mad that you can't hear me or something's too loud. It's going to... like... it's going to make me mad. I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be upset. Okay. Hello? Chow, I'm not saying that name. Hi. Anyways. So, I have hair in my mouth. Okay. Switch it to that, and let's... ooh. Oh! Misclick. Okay, will this work with this? Maybe? Perfect. Perfect. It's out of frame. Oh, but this is the chat disappear after a while, but I can see it the whole time. I like that. That'll be nice. Because I don't know why else it wouldn't be on right now. Because I have it above everything else. Give me just a few more seconds. Okay. Ciao, anyways. I keep reading the name. Okay. let's okay. Let's start. What's your safe word? We're leaving it at pumpkin. We're leaving it at pumpkin. I'm just gonna turn it. Let's leave it at that. Can it be seen still? Okay, I can. If you ever need or want to pause gameplay, you can press the safe word button in the top right corner. This pauses the game and takes you to the safe word menu. The X key will also take you directly to the safe word menu during gameplay. Leaving the safe word menu. Hopefully you didn't hear that. Oh my god, I forgot to turn my phone off. Jesus. Oh. Yes. The safe word button is hidden by the default, but can always be seen by mousing over the top right corner of the window. Jesus, I'm so sorry, dude. If you can hear me, It could be made always visible in the preferences menu. Please enjoy Obscura. So I don't know what choices I need to make to get to the other people. I've played this game twice already. I've done the first 2 routes with the priest and then I almost said the masked guy, but they're all masked. The thief. The priest and the thief. So now I think there's a prince I can get, and I don't know what the last guy is, but I'm going to have to just try and remember what routes okay, let's be honest. I could literally get on YouTube and check and see, but I think that ruins the fun of things. I think that ruins it a little bit. So we're just going to go without it. No one goes into the mountain without a reason. Maybe my dyslexia won't affect me so much just because I've read this part so many times, but I think it still will. Purpose of business. Buying. No one takes their pass into the mountain. How are you going to pay? Some funds, some work. Good luck with that. Everyone knows what it means when you go. God, Jesus! When you go, no one says anything about it. Good name choice. Today, this is going to be, does that? I'm going to move it up a little bit. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. Hi, Squirter. Give me your bags. The guard looks through my things with perfect efficiency. Bored, they start asking me questions. What are you going to be called down there? She, her, Miss She, her. Miss Dougal. Dougal. God, it would suck if I spelled that wrong. I don't even know if I can go back and change it. Good choice. You have a mask, Miss Dougal. No one would sell me one. Not a problem. Not a problem here. If you're buying, we're selling. The gate guard waves to the masks hanging around the entrance, perhaps once worn by other visitors. The masks are an old custom, plausible deniability. We're all faceless strangers under the mountain. Pick your poison. Okay, I've done the lace with gold trim. I've done the flowery mask. I've done the flowery mask. The burgundy colored one with swirling in. I'll do the last one obviously because I haven't done that one yet. I take a mask off the wall and fit it to my face. It weighs on my head, but my mind feels lighter. I see my reflection in the mirror. The people under the mountain have beautiful taste. I hand the gate guard the money owed. Welcome to the marketplace. They step aside, allowing me passage into the tunnel in the side of the mountain. I begin my descent. At first, I have to wonder if I have been tricked in some way. The passage grows narrow, the air stale, and the path uneven. I am walking by the last feeble threads of light that reach this deep. Yeah, no, I said it right. But then I see something, a shimmering pale blue glow from around a corner. I fight through the narrowing walls until I am able to turn a corner. The passage suddenly widens and it opens. Okay, I'm making sure that that's not too unloud. I step from the passage into a cavern, so massive I can hardly see the end of it. The marketplace. There are several masked people who were seated or leaning against the walls around this little entryway, and now they are approaching me. Welcome, newcomer. A fresh face. Someone new could use a guy, couldn't they? Hucksters, or perhaps petty thieves looking for an easy mark. Name of the game. It's Obscura. I guess thank you for that. Because I need to update this. Okay, so that's that. I doubt that there's a... Okay, what do I put for this? This field is required. Well, I can't put anything in the freaking... I guess I'm gonna leave it at just chatting because it literally, I don't know what else to put in there for kick. Sorry. If somebody accidentally presses on this and thinks I'm just chatting, apologies, but I literally don't have a freaking other option. Is there a reading option? Probably not. There is, but is that a game? I can't tell. I'm just gonna play it safe and do just chatting because I don't... If that's just a game, a random game, I'm gonna feel bad about that, so... I'm updating it across all platforms. Yeah, I don't know how to... Yeah. Anyways, okay, continue. My valuables are kept under my heavy robe, safe from pickpockets. I steal myself and march forward past the strangers. Why was I going to say passengers? It was not passengers. There is no logic to this place. A fishmonger selling dried and salted fish sits next to the bookseller with stacks of forbidden tomes. A fungus man and a bird keeper are bickering. If they weren't obvious scams, I could have taken one of the offers for a guide and saved myself some time. At first, I glance at each stall in turn. Out here, nearest the entry tunnel, all the stalls are selling simple amenities or cheap thrills. The sorts of things a departing traveler might want to have when they ascend, not what I'm looking for. Like, I'm sorry if you're joining in and you have no idea about me. I can't read. I can't. But I like doing the reading games, so bear with me. It's not here. Well, I suppose it wouldn't be. Asking one of the sellers, I get directions. The rough walls of this cavern, shifting and trembling in an unsteady candle and glowworm light, slowly turn smooth where natural walls turn into human carved. The ramshackle stalls turn to ramshackle buildings to painted and varnished walls. The quality of goods on sale is improving as well. The cheap basics are behind me. Ahead are the rare, luxurious, and the illicit. The real reason anyone comes here. Seeing the sign for an apothecary, an easily recognizable serpent coiling around a staff, I slip inside. Welcome. The shopkeeper is masked, of course, but that is not what grabs my attention. A din of hundreds of voices selling and buying and negotiating in echoing caves is muffled, but not by much. That is because while the apothecary has 4 walls, there is no roof over the store. Newcomer, huh? What? You must be a fresh arrival. And why would you say that? You're staring where the ceiling should be. I suppose in the city with no sun or rain, roofs are unnecessary. Only thing a roof keeps out in the marketplace is thieves. A common weather pattern here? Far too common. I make an effort to examine the apothecary's mask. It's plain and plainer. Oh my gosh, it's plainer even than mine. Perhaps it's frugal. He is frugal, or perhaps he is poor by the standards of the marketplace. Well, you weren't driven in here by the weather. What do you need? I'm looking for the lunar ichor. I resist the urge to explain my circumstances to the shopkeeper, no matter how meaningless or petty they seem. My secrets are one of the few resources I have in these depths. You have expensive tastes, or terrible luck. What? I don't have... God. Oh my... Ugh! What I don't have is a lunar ichor. Is something you can remedy... Is that something you can remedy, apothecary? God, oh my God! No. If the money is a concern, If money is a concern, I can make arrangements. It's not the money. I could never afford to stock that damnable ichor. Even if I could, I doubt I would be able to stomach it. The rumors were true then. That is unfortunate. Where does one go then to find the damnable ichor? Smuggler dens, the vaults of the lords of the marketplace, or perhaps you can take a knife to the lunar god. Failing that, the auction house may provide. It's the largest house this side of the ruby walls. It even has a roof. The apothecary cannot see my smile, but I hope he can hear it. I thank you for your timely advice, sir. Save your thanks for the lunar god. I'll be a miracle if you get that ichor. I need a lobotomy. I take my leave of the shop. The noise rises again from the loud. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! The noise rises again from loud to deafening. There are tunnels and additional caverns in all directions, but I continue the way I was going. If the walls are getting smoother and the buildings are more beautiful, then I am approaching the richest part of the market. It stands to reason that is where the auction house will be. Keeping my eyes up, it takes no time to find the auction house. It is I don't know why I'm tripping up on it is. Why am I tripping up? It is as the apothecary said. I get it too ahead of myself. I read the next word, and then if it doesn't match in my brain, I completely can't go forward. It is as the apothecary said, the largest house this side of the ruby walls. And see, and then if I read it one word at a time, I sound like a robot. There are long chains of glowworms draped over the promised ridge roof that dangle and sway as the air shifts in the cavern. The building itself is deep garnet red with gilded trim. Message received. You are very wealthy, whoever built this. The doors, covered in tiny engravings impossible to interpret in the dim lights, are wide open. Bright lamplight pours out into the street. People are freely milling in and out, so I slip inside. I am underdressed for the occasion, but neither of the guards standing at the doors move to stop me. The sound of the outside suddenly dims, and I have to blink against the comparative brightness. I can hear my own muffled footsteps as I cross the floor deeper into the auction house. The whispered conversations through masks make a thin fog of sound compared to the din outside. The signs are in a language I do not recognize, but I can make some educated guesses. The ornate double doors, standing locked and guarded, must lead to the auctions hall. There is a short, uncarpeted hall with gleaming polished floors, lined with several doors. After a second, I see a dangling pair exit one of the rooms and straighten their clothes. That explains that then. There is one door that is a little more than a window on hinges left open. I peer inside for a second, only to see an ordinary office. Come in. The stranger is sitting behind the desk, waves to me, and so I step inside. Pardon me, I didn't mean to intrude. You can't intrude on the bookkeeper. I must always be available. You must be? How else could anyone check to ensure I am not meddling in the books? Does it really come to that? Well, I have no such concerns. A buyer, are you? Couldn't I simply be a browser? You really believe someone would come to the marketplace, to the auction house, just looking to see what they can find? I suppose someone must have, in all of history. Well, if it's the scale you're measuring by. You, however, are not here to browse. No, I'm not. You're right, I am here to buy. Shall I show you the catalog for the next auction? I would appreciate it. The bookseller stands and hands me a sizable booklet. Do not damage it. Do not leave here with it. They open a drawer to their desk and hold up a knife. It's a little thing, but I have no doubt they could kill me with it. Then they sit again and resume their work. I flip through the book. There are objects of the unimaginable value, works of art by artists even I know by name, an exquisite jeweled tiara fit for any princess, and deed to a country manor, or, oh my gosh, to a country manor on the surface. Jesus. Then there are wonders I could have never dreamt of. The bird writhed in flames that never burns, the still beating bloodstone heart of some rock nymph, a potion of clear vision. I flip a page and I am met with a miserable, exposed face of a young adult. Their posture is low and defeated, but they are beautiful. The text informs me that whatever is paid in the auction will be sent to their family within the mountain. Surely not. Somebody's getting sold off. I flip the page again. There is no other in the catalog, but one is enough to turn my stomach. Thank you, bookkeeper. Finished already? What I want is in there. And what is it that you want? I'll check the history and see when it was last sold. I bite my tongue for a moment. Lunar Ichor. An unlucky one, aren't we? I couldn't say if you would, bookkeeper. They shuffled through a notebook and tried to read the text, but it's nearly impossible to interpret their faint pencil scratchings. More bad luck to heap on your pile, I'm afraid. The last sale was 3 months back. It's unlikely we'll get another sale for months yet, unless someone new comes with the stock. It couldn't be easy, could it? And what was that final price for it? For a lot of 12. The number they tell me is stomach dropping. I could not gather those funds in a lifetime. Even divided 12 ways, the price for a single vial is well beyond my means. My life savings weigh heavily in the coin purse under my robe. Dead weight, it seems. By your silence, I guess you don't have the money. Thank you for your time. Bye! I have no money, I have to go. I try to keep my voice neutral. When I leave the auction house, I momentarily lose my sight and hearing as I adjust again to the dim, echoing cavern. Me every time I get up after I haven't had a soda. I don't notice the direction my feet are taking me. My hopes for a quick visit to the marketplace have been thoroughly dashed. Now I have to determine what to do. So the first and the priest route I did, I can't afford to give up. The thief route I did, I think I'll better have after some rest. So I think if I do, I'll think better. I'm gonna do I can't afford to give up, because I know one of the choices will lead me to a different person. So I'll just do I can't afford to give up. And also with this chat box, I'm gonna move it a little bit over to the side. That looks better. Hopefully it doesn't mess up when something else happens. I cannot allow myself to give in to difficult circumstances. If I give up on getting the lunar ichor, I might as well throw myself off the mountain. For now, I need a place to stay. My feet ache from the climb of the mountain, and my spirit is draining away in these cramped, noisy conditions. I stop by the stall and ask directions for a decent inn, rest stop, public house, anything. Following the directions through a short tunnel, I wander through a quiet district of the marketplace. Though quiet is relative, the guest house is a challenge to find. Though I hesitate to call the ground down walking paths roads, there are rest houses lining them on either side. The Leafing Bear, the guest house recommended to me, is nothing remarkable. The building has a roof, but the building itself is mostly made of raw wood. The brass doorknob is smoother under my hand, polished by the thousands of guests who come and go. Inside, the atmosphere is boisterous, but on the scale of a handful of people singing and drinking song. The chaos outside is already muffled and distant. Welcome. The woman who approaches her has her face fully covered in a bear mask, but her neckline is untied and exposed. Why do you like that spot right there, Pax? Come here, baby. Come here. Pax, come here. You come here. What you doing, Mr. Man? Mr. Man, what you doing? Are you gonna lay right there? That's okay. That's a good boy. That's okay. I wonder who she works for. Hello, I was told that this was a good establishment to stay the night. You were told right. Except the part about night. Here there's no real difference between night and day. Plenty of folks are up all hours of the day, as you do, just sleeping when they're tired and forgetting the sun ever existed. I see. The bear masked woman has me sign into a guest book and pay for the night. You have the room for 24 hours. If you're staying longer, I expect you here to pay for the more time. If you don't, you might find all your things at the moon shrine. See, it just only got worse as I continue to read that. I'll remember. Thank you. And you'll be needing these. She hands me a dull metal medallion on a leather string and a key. Dear Rufus, over there. She gestures to the mountain of a man, also in a bear mask, standing by a door. Make sure only guests go into the rooms. That medallion proves you're the guest. Don't lose it. Or else I'll find my things at the moon shrine? Pick things up quickly, you do. Seems like an important skill to have here. Quite right. Bye-bye. She gets back to her business, so I approach the mountain of a man guarding the door to the rooms. Hello, Rufus. I hold up the medallion and wait. I'm not about to rush a man with a bat, especially one as bloodstained as he is. Then he nods and I am granted passage. He watches me go to my assigned room. I suppose it's a good measure to prevent theft, but then so is a bloodstained bat. Sleep doesn't come easily at first. How can I risk sleeping in a marketplace? But it does come for me. In the metaphorical cold light of morning, I see the scent in my choice last night. I cannot leave the marketplace without the lunar ichor. That staying is my only real choice. I'm able to order something like breakfast from the Leaping Bear's kitchen, and then sit deep in thought staring at the bowl of porridge. Eating in this mask is a bit of a bother. I have to navigate the spoon around the mask. There's a clasp, you know. I start at the sudden appearance of the proprietress? Maybe that's what I don't know. I think I've messed it in every single video I have. What? Feel along the side of the mask and there should be pins or clasps holding the bottom part. I do as she said and find little clasps holding the two parts of the mask together. Well, I feel like a proper fool. It already feels strange having my mouth exposed, like a funny kind of nudity. Newcomers are a bit foolish, but that's part of the charm. Thank you, I think? Just keep your wits about you. You'll live. You make it sound so dire. Well, you're here, aren't you? You're not wrong. No one comes here without good reason. I should think, what's yours? A personal matter. Buying or selling, that's all there is down here, after all. Buying something I might not be able to afford, it turns out. That won't narrow things down too much for her. Well, it depends on how you try to buy things, doesn't it? Money will get you anywhere if you're good. If you have enough of it. But there's other roads out there. Is it something you know a lot about? I couldn't say. I only know that stories the guests bring in. Okay, with the way that they word this part, I feel like my body's going to be sold off in one of these outcomes. And I feel like that's not a crazy thing to say. I couldn't say. I only know what stories the guests bring in. She says it flippantly enough that there must be a story there, but I resist the urge to dig. Then I suppose my next job sounds a little muffled. Thank you, Riley. Thank you. Let's see. I'm going to turn that. Well. Oh. Well, that might help too. Does that sound better? If you can let a girl know. Oh, period. Nice. But yeah, does that sound any better? Okay. Hello. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Hello. That sound like how much better do I still need to fix it still? Okay. What about that? Does that sound better? Okay. All right. Thank you. Love you. Bye. I would have kicked myself for doing that. I wonder if I can. Wait, hold on. There was a way I could do that. I thought to where I could hear it. Is it in this? Hello. Hello. Eh. Wait. Did I fix it? Did I fix it? I fixed it. Oh my god, I literally sounded like I was underwater. It literally sounded like I was underwater. Riley, you were right. I didn't have the right mic. Okay. Is that too loud, though, now? I feel like it might be because I kind of turned it up overall and, well, because I was messing with, I guess, my default mic. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Much clearer now. Thank you. Okay. Hello? That was pretty loud. That's probably as loud as I'll get unless I have a moment of crashing out. And my chat's going over my face game. I fixed it. I'm not trying to beat the chat, please. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are we good now? Does it look okay? Nice. Thank you. At least I know that still works. Because I was trying to make sure to where that sounded better. God. No, because I'm going to shoot myself in the head when I'm going back and editing this in a freaking YouTube. I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, it sounds like buns. It's fine. It's okay. Yeah, thank you. Because if I would have done the whole thing, I would have ended my life. Okay. Back to it. Thank you, Rainy. Thank you. Appreciate it. My hair, though, is going to be plastered. It's going to have a freaking headphone dent in it. Okay. That's fine. Thank you, bye. Then I suppose my next job is to find what paths I can use. Thank you. Oh, not a problem. The masks trouble everyone at first. You just ask for Bruna if you have any more problems. I'll be happy to help. She sweeps away to handle another matter, and I'm left with far more productive thoughts. Money won't
get me the lunar ichor, but something else might. Influence, friendship, violence of Gil. My body is... Oh, wait. Gil, I don't know what that means. Okay. My body, if it comes down to it, anything. Okay, see, yeah, for that instance right there, that's what makes me think, like, Dougal's gonna sell her body. Basically. So there's a lot more to think about. Am I going to stay in a guest house for weeks or months? What possible ways are there to get the lunar ichor? Let's start with one foot in front of the other. Over the next several days, I get to learn the layout of the marketplace. It's an ever-shifting rat's nest of stalls and passages and unmanaged pathways, but there are some fixed landmarks. I can navigate somewhat comfortably by those landmarks when they are visible. One evening passed on my... Because I'm sorry. I'm yapping. But I noticed a difference because when I wasn't able to hear anything, and for some reason when I don't have my headset on and it's like connecting, because it was probably trying to connect through my headset is where the mic was, and that messes up the audio. Like the audio sounds super muffled, so that's definitely probably what that is. And I should have, but on Streamlabs it doesn't tell me that it's like that. It just says my microphone name, but it doesn't say what mic it's connected to unless I go into the settings. Now I know for future reference now. One evening, based on my own internal clock, the properties of the leaping bear hints over a metal... Why did you take a deep breath like I'm messing with you or something? Are you okay? Are you okay? Okay, you're fine. Your tail's wagging. Takes a deep breath like he's worked all day or something. You been working at the Frito factory? Yeah, putting in overtime? One evening, based on my internal clock, the proprietress of the Leaping Bear hints over a meal that, as long as I am well behaved, she would be willing to extend more generous long-term rates to me. I wasn't planning to misbehave, even less so with Rufus keeping an eye on me. Dude, what are you doing? Are you throwing a tantrum? You okay? He's fine. I wasn't planning to misbehave, even less so with Rufus keeping an eye on me, and so that settles the matter of lodging for the moment. As for the lunar ichor, I am at a loss. It is rare, absurdly rare, and based on the reactions of those I speak to about it, some aspects of it is very taboo. Likely the condition it treats. I'm wandering one of the wider passages, clearly natural by on how uneven the ground is. It's mostly homes, built on whatever smooth path of stone the builder could find. But there is one that towers over the rest, a tall church with heavy oaken doors. Where normally I would expect to see golden 10-point silver sigil, instead, sigil. Instead, there is a more simplistic crescent-shaped one. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. The lunar sigil. I suppose that the solar god isn't much help down here. I have seen the eerie blue-green light of glowworms and smoky gold lanterns, but I have not seen the sun since I started my descent. Churches dedicated to the lunar god exist outside the mountain, but not in any significant numbers. The lunar god, the lunar ichor. It can't hurt to ask, could it? I'm not sure if I believe that the lunar ichor must bleed for there to be a lunar ichor. Did I read that? Lunar god, I think. But there's no harm in checking. Hey, stop! I halt in my path instinctively, although after a moment I see no one was speaking to me. Instead, there's a ruckus crowd. I don't even know if that is how you spell ruckus, but we're saying it like that. Crowd gathering just down the tunnel, shouting and tussling. A few people in the Ulterian, Utilitarian. Masks, what look like uniforms, are trying to push their way through. Looks like trouble. Run to safety in the church. Stay and see what happens next. Okay, so I've run to safety in the church before. That's how I made the priest. How I met the priest. Stay and see what happens next is when the thief takes me out. So we're leaving. We're fleeing the scene. Trouble is something I don't need. I turn away from the ruckus and begin walking and turning off the main road to avoid any possible chaos. The church will be there another day. The road I've turned into is quieter, but not by much. The relatively wide main path through this area was packed with people, but this side of the street is just as dense. Everything is packed tighter together here. There is a little distance between the doors. Lanterns and laundry are strung from second and third floor lines. The buildings all seem to lean in towards each other. You stepping on the bed? Are you gonna sleep on the bed, Mr. Miz? Oh, Mr. Miz. Oh, Mr. Miz. What you doing, Mr. Man? You being good? No, I'm sorry. Mr. Man, sleepy pants. Good. The building all seems to lean in towards each other. In a safer place, I call it cozy, but the dark and the noise and press the strangers around me. The only word I have for this is catastrophic. Most doors are left ajar with lamps in the window to indicate an open business. It's a familiar sight to the point that my eyes now slide past closed doors and dark windows without a thought. But there is one large building here, double doors open wide and pouring out light and music. It's an obvious invitation, and I have nowhere else to be. Are we in Sex Club? There's people milling around the entrance, and I have to squeeze past them, but then I am inside. Well, whoever is running this event is rich. The decorations and bright, clean lanterns all scream wealth. There is a table weighed down with food, some of it still hot and steaming from the kitchen. Don't mind if I do. There's no one stopping any random stranger from coming in and taking food, so I take one of the small plates and fill it with some choice of nibbles. There may be no such thing as a free lunch, but free snacks feel safe enough. The music comes from a large group, possible 10 players in all. The musicians I've heard on the street corners have been soloists or duets, and one trio. That was a highlight of that day. I'm gonna explore. The music is lovely, but my curiosity is practically tugging at my cloak to keep looking. So I feel like those two decisions right there are going to be like, oh, you meet so-and-so and then you meet so-and-so. Hopefully exploring has me meet the other person that I have not seen yet. Because in the first priest playthrough, I saw the prince. I met with him. So, we'll see. The music is lovely, but my curiosity is practically tugging at my cloak to keep looking. I need to know what this event is for. I walk deeper into the space. Through an open doorway is a large parlor set up with a small round tables and an abundance of chairs. I wonder how many people are doing business here. I doubt barging into most of these hushed conversations would adhere me to these people, but there's a loud crowd at the back of the room. They're standing on a section of the room a little higher up from the rest that screams, "Notice me." The crowd bursts into a loud barking laughter. Whoever is in the center of that conversation is probably quite entertaining. And then on the other side of the room is a man who immediately draws the eye. He's dressed brightly in contrast to the sculling shadows around him, myself included. Perhaps his posture is a little stiff, but I certainly was stiff as a... Oh my gosh. I certainly was stiff as a new arrival to the marketplace. Unlike me, though, is all the evidence of wealth on him. The shining white clothes and the gold trim and the new shimmering mask. Any problem here can be solved with enough money. Maybe he's got solutions, and if he's new, I might be able to play my cards right. So I think we're getting ready to meet the prince. I step a little deeper into the parlor to let someone else in. No need to block the doorway. Approach the wealthy censure. Approach the... Gosh, I can't read. Approach the laughing crowd. I think I'm gonna do... Approach the wealthy stranger? So it sounds like it's the prince, and from my first playthrough with the priest, he seemed like a nice guy and like wouldn't have cared if I approached him. But I think I'm gonna approach the crowd for safety measures. I don't know. We'll approach the laughing crowd. I'll climb the 3 stairs to the higher platform and sneak around the circle of people. Someone's going to be leading the conversation, and I want to see who it is. Another peal of laughter erupts from the brightly dressed group. I think I can see the person in the middle of this conversation, beaming and conducting the hangers-on like a choir. This is who I wanted to meet, yay! Charming stranger. And that's not even the worst of it. No, the worst part was the singing. The laughter dies down. Everyone is waiting for the next punchline. I was sitting there, trying not to lose all my hearing in one night, and I realized exactly what it sounded like. He sang like an angel choking on. Okay. This is the time of the video, this is the time, the part of the stream, and the part of the video that when I look up how to pronounce their names. Oleander. Okay, I just wanted to be sure. So it's just like Leander from Touchstar, but Oleander. Switch it up a little bit. Oleander, we've got news. A masked attendant pushes into the circle and towards the conductor of this merry group. Your timing is impeccable as always. The attendant either doesn't notice or chooses to ignore his snippy tone. From the Seven Sisters estate. The attendant hands over a letter. The man Oleander steps back a little to read it. One of the merry makers around me starts to grows. It's always when he's about to get to the best part. I swear Ollie's cursed. Careful, he doesn't like that. Doesn't like what? Complaining? That's rich. The nickname's it's Oleander or nothing. Before the first stranger can say something, I cut it. Oleander's his name? Is he the host of this little fete? The two look at me and the pause hangs a little longer than I wanted. Why are you here if you don't even know who Oleander is? Well, the doors were open and the music was good. I'm trying to read their body language, figure out exactly what kind of fox pass I've made, if I've even made one. So you just came in? If it was meant to be a closed party, I'm certain someone rich enough to host this has the money to spare the sign, do not enter, for a very private event. I'm bracing for some flavor of insult. I'm not poorly dressed by any means, but I stand out here though through my sheer lack of flamboyance when an arm goes around my shoulder. He's right behind me, isn't he? Oh, the sign. I forgot to put up the sign. Although you're not quite right, my sign is supposed to say no downers allowed. Oleander leans in and I get very close to his mask. I can also smell the subtle perfume off him. Something warm and spicy. I'd say if you don't look like a downer. Wait. Pause. Hold on. I gotta get this right. I'd say you don't look like a downer, but you could see. Oh my God. Jesus! There's not even a C there! I'd say you don't look like a downer, but you could be the high liege of the White Stag House, and I wouldn't be the wiser. What a coincidence! Oh, are you the High Liege? I'm not the High Liege of anything, as far as I know, but that's not very far. That gets a laugh out of him. He takes his arm off me and pulls back enough to offer me his hand. I'm Oleander. It's my food and music you've been enjoying. You're welcome. I can hear the smile in his voice. I take his hand and give it a firm shake. Thanks for not locking me out. I've enjoyed eating your food. He looks at me a little longer, waiting for something. When he doesn't seem to get it, he turns to the others in the circle. And this is why I keep the doors open. Who knows what kind of fun will wander in. There are appreciative nods. Like the acrobats last time. Exactly! You don't get to see that every day. Well, you don't get to see them every day. Poor bastard. He nods back at his conversation partner, and the rest of the group breaks out into chuckles. Meanwhile, you're just swimming in acrobats, drowning in them, absolutely soaked with acrobats. Okay, I don't like that word. Okay. Ciao. Anyways, absolutely soaked with acrobats. I'd try to beat them off, but I suspect they'd like that. He sounds so smug, even though it's completely ridiculous. It's an absurd game he's playing that everyone here is enjoying. Then again, I can't say I dislike it either. But, and this is something I never say, leaving aside the acrobats for the moment. More laughter. How is the stone shoving business these days? Oh, you know how it is, digging out tunnels, drilling supports. No excitement to be found. Not as such, no pits opening under the workers nowadays. Don't hold it out on me, mate. I felt like that felt like a butcher moment. Maybe just because he says mate a lot. I don't know. Oleander's arm goes around the woman's shoulders. It's just shoulders. I bet you've dug up plenty of dirt worth sharing. You wouldn't like the dirt I'm getting in. Too normal. Well, that's just boring. I need some entertainment. If you're not going to amuse me, what's the point of you? Do I insert in? Dougal's pretty funny. Okay? Dougal, I feel like Dougal is a good character enough to just like pitch in, and hopefully the crowd doesn't go silent. So I'm gonna pitch in. Speak. I think our purpose is rather obvious. Everyone's attention is pulled my way, but I'm focusing on Oleander. My goal, as silly as it feels, is to provide the amusement he's clearly seeking. Don't you need a crowd of admirers to delight in addition to your sources of amusement? Don't you need a crowd of admirers to delight in addition to your sources of amusement? There's a few little gasps sound of a well-targeted jab and not fear, thankfully. She's right, Oleander. I know a showman when I see one. What's the word for someone leading the show surrounded by acrobats? He's pulled away from the woman he was teasing and leaning a little towards me. A ringmaster? Oh, that's the one! I was going to say a clown. A smattering of laughter. I don't know if I've crossed the line or if no one else is certain they're allowed to laugh at my jokes. I'm smiling as hard as I can, hoping he can hear that I'm only saying this for fun. You make fun of your own dear host, the one who fed you and played music for you? His tone is over-exaggerated drama. This is still a game for him. Thank God. I know an attention seeker when I see one. Takes one to know one. I know just your type. You see my parties and start swooning, and before you know it, you're doing everything possible to get my attention. And it worked, didn't it? A few of the surrounding crowd laughed properly. Only because you set out some irresistible bait, minx. Oh. Only because you've set out some unresistible bait, minx. This voice drops a little. Oh, this voice. His voice drops a little, getting gravelly at the word minx. And my voice is actually going out a little bit. I think I'm at a disadvantage. You know who I am. And as far as I know, you are a wayward high liege of the White Stag House. That's not very far at all. No, it's not. Maybe I want to preserve the mystery. I might be dreadfully boring once you know who I am, and then where will I be? Well then. He turns to the others. Seems I have an admirer. An admirer might be a bit of a strong word. I do admire your chef and their work. If you wanted to know the chef, you wouldn't go to the kitchen. No, you want me. Unfortunately, so does everyone else. Nice little. He gestures broadly, sweeping an arm out to indicate the whole room. There's a smattering of chuckles. And I want wine. I can get you some. No, I think I'd rather get it myself. Ta-ta for now. He walks away, going around the group and passing behind me. Then I feel a hand on my shoulder, then an arm along the top of my back, then a chin on my shoulder. You want my attention? You got it, Minx. Ask the nice lady with the sword for a vindication, and you'll see what that gets you. Let's go, Dougal. I knew you could do it. And he's gone before I can answer. Okay. That was strange. Dude, I know. I feel like we're going to go somewhere in this house or whatever it is, and we're going to see people getting sold. And he wants me to be one of them. Because, like, the whole thing at the beginning part is, like, foreshadowing that in one of these outcomes, she's going to be selling her body. Okay? I think he's the one to do it. Or the priest, because the priest gives me that vibe too. The crowd lingers, but some of the people are dispersing. Well, I've answered my question. Oleander is quite the entertaining person. Which leaves me a sightly... God! There's an L there, brain. There's an L there. It's not just an I. Which leaves me slightly more important question. Jeez, okay, I just can't. Do I even want his attention? Someone with that much wealth and power could access Lunar Ichor. He could be my way forward. But someone with that much wealth and power could also do whatever he wanted to Power could also do whatever he wanted to me with no consequences. My stomach. Like when Marnie walks up the stairs, she sounds like a human being. Marze, what's she doing? Hello, Miss Girl. There she is. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Oh wow. Does that hurt when I press on that? No, you don't want me to. That's okay. That's fine. I just need to know if it's hurting you, Miss Mar. I do, Miss Mar. I do. Luckily, I'm playing a game that I can read, and I could tell you story. I could tell you story. Yeah. And I can still play. My stomach churns, my curiosity is pulling me one way, and my caution another way. Oh. Dude, of course I'm going to meet them. I've come this way, why would I not? Meet Oleander. No one believed I would survive a day down here. And I did. I'll survive Oleander, too. I find the woman with the sword easily enough. In a packed hall, she is still given plenty of space. I'm looking for vindication? Vindication, am I saying that right? I think so. You come to the right place. She opens the... Dude, this is going to be some crazy... This is going to be wild, I'm already knowing. Like, this is going to be some crazy shit. Marcy. She opens the door for me, stepping back, just enough to let me slip inside. She closes the door behind her. There's a lantern on the table, burning as dimly as it's possible to be without going out completely. The chairs look plush. There's the cuck chair. The chairs look plush, something I can confirm when I take a seat. It takes some time for Oleander to show up. In the little room, barely bigger than a closet, and with nothing to pass the time, I can tell how long I've been here. I practically jumped in the seat when the door swings open. Well, you're here. Excellent. Apologies for the wait. I'm a man of high demand these days. Took a while to shake off my admirers. I suppose I should thank you for your time. You're welcome. No, I only suppose I should say thank you. I hadn't yet. But in supposing it out loud, you made your intentions clear to me, and thus you're very welcome. He slides into the seat opposite mine, setting a wine glass down in front of himself. Wine? No, more for me. Thanks, I've got plenty. Still playing games, sure. Now, the first order of business. What's your name? If I tell you now, you'll have no reason to say. Wait, did I read that right? If I tell you now, you'll have no reason to stay. Okay, yeah, I said it. I just missed the... Girl, you're drooling. What you want, girl? Does it feel good? Nonsense. You and I both know you have my attention. I'll hear you out, but I don't make deals with people hiding their names. Even though I could very well invent a name on the spot just for you. Just for me. I've touched you. I've touched you. Just for me, I'm touched you'd do such a thing. He pauses for a second, but starts talking again before I can get a word out. It's the principle of the thing. You see, someone once called themselves no one, and I didn't spot the problems in time. They betrayed your trust, and then you were forced to say, no one wronged me. Close enough. Give me a false name for that false face of yours. He holds out his hand. I'm Dougal. I take his hand and shake it once, firmly. Then I took my hand back under my cloak. No need to give someone more body language to read. Yeah. A pleasure to meet you. Most people aren't able to play these little games of mine at my level. Anyone who can is worth knowing. You caught my eye from across the room. A little flattery can't hurt. Oh? You mean you saw me and decided that you had to know more about the man of such obvious wealth and charm? Caught my eye might be a misstatement. I heard laughter and had to know the reason. I wasn't suspecting a clown, but in hindsight, that was the obvious answer. Don't bruise my ego too badly. Now I need that. Well, now you know who I am, or at least the important things. What do you want? It's the first thing from his mouth, and it's the first thing from his mouth that doesn't sound like a part of his game. This is a test, then. Lunar Ichor. I could almost hear him testing the odds in his head, deciding whether or not to believe me. Many people want Lunar Ichor. Of course they do, but I need it. That is already more information than I want to give, and it seems like Oleander can tell. Did I pass the test? Well, that sounds terribly serious. He's saying it with a smile so big I can hear it. Let me guess, Dougal. You've been around no one selling the stuff. Worse than that, you are never going to be able to afford what it costs anyways. Dude, he's a pimp. Then you find a fancy party with the host who's obviously got coin, and you think to yourself that he might be your ticket to rare and valuable objects. I do not have to wonder what your plan for wringing Ichor out of me will be. I'll do work. Any kind of work. Oh, God. Any kind of work. Don't make promises you don't intend to keep. God. Oh, God. Marnie, close your eyes. Close your eyes. Baby child can't see you. The threat is obvious, but I've already made my choice. Anything. As long as I'm alive at the end, I don't care. Only our sex and the breath through his teeth. Don't say that now. Sometimes being alive is the worst thing that can happen to you, yeah. I stand by what I said. There's another pause. I let it hang there. I'm not about to change what I've said, no matter what Oleander suggests. Well then, Dougal, I have some interesting news for you. I take it you don't know my career. Oh, God. Either you've earned your wealth or you were born into it. I earned it, as much as you might doubt me. I call myself a lot of things depending on who's listening, but I think the most apt term is for someone like me is a smuggler. I don't go between the top side of Marketplace as much anymore, but there isn't much that enters or leaves the mountain without me knowing. Then you would. I am probably your best hope for finding the lunar ichor here. And it just so happens that I'm currently looking for a new assistant. What happened to the last one? What happened to your last assistant? Oh, he found himself a new opportunity, sleeping his way to the top of a gambling. Oh, okay. Good for him. That's what I said. Do you know what you love and you'll never work? Oh my God. Do you what you love and you'll never work a day in your life? So the proverb goes. That said, I wouldn't like to have a recruit. I wouldn't like to have. Oh my God. I wouldn't like to. Sorry, I need to reposition myself. That said, I wouldn't like to have to recruit another assistant so soon. So if you would be so kind to stay with me and not be seduced by anyone else. I could do that. I'm probably not going to find a better option. I'm going to go back real quick and choose the other option. Hire me. Then hire me. It's out of my mouth before I can stop myself. Then you're hired. It's that easy? Oh, there's one more thing. Here's the catch. All of my assistants go by Vigil while on the job. You'll have to agree to that. Oh, is that all? I know it's just one more name to put on the pile. You're clearly someone who uses a fake name with everyone, but I hope you can endure it. I think I can tolerate it for now. Good. He reaches out to me once again, so I respond with another handshake. Before I pull my hand away, however, he grips it a bit more firmly. I look forward to seeing how much fun we can have together. Then he lets go of my hand. There's a second of silence, but Oleander is quick to fill it with time, place to meet tomorrow. Well, more mundane details to work. If he's being honest about everything, the pay will even be decent. Sorry, I want to know what happens if I say no. No, I don't think so. Thank you for the offer. Now, that's not something I hear very often. And what are you going to do about it? I'm not ready to jump into the lion's maw yet. You're dangerous, and even if you're doing your best to make it seem like you're just... Even if you're doing your best to make it seem like oh my God. Oh my God. Like you just play games. You're not wrong, you know. I'm a very dangerous man when I want to be. The hair on my back of the neck stands on end. I feel my feet, oh my gosh, my fight or flight impulse. Don't panic, Dougal. I'm not about to hurt you for a little rejection. But I don't think you're going to find anyone down here who can get the lunar ichor without presenting you with some kind of danger. I stand up, reaching for the door with one hand while keeping my eyes on Oleander. I'll be the judge of that. Goodbye. Ah, but that seems good too. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to save at this choice right here. Save at that choice. And I'm going to go with the first one. I think I'm going to go what happened to the last one first, because that's what I initially chose first. Yeah. Okay, we just did this. Okay. I'll take the job. Sounds good, I'll take the job. Then you're hired. It's that easy? Okay. Oh, there's one more thing. Here's the catch. Yes, the name. Is it Vigil? I think it's Vigil. I think I tolerate that for now. Good. He reaches out to me once again. Yep. I hope that working with you is as pleasurable as our conversations have been. He brings my hand and presses it to the painted mouth on the mask. Then he lets go of my hand, my hand, and tips his head to the side, and I know without needing to see that he's smirking. It was a strange gesture, but it still takes me a second to recollect my thoughts after it. There's a second of silence, but Oleander is quick to fill it with the time and place to meet tomorrow, as well as more mundane details about the work. If he's being honest about everything, the pay will even be decent. Okay, here we go. The clock tower rings twice. I have no remaining frame of reference to know if it's indicating the middle of the night, the early afternoon, or some mysterious third alternative. What I do know is that I am in the right place at the right time. 2 o'clock at the candle part. Okay, so this is just putting us to the next day. Vigil, pleased to see you here. You say it like you're surprised to see me. I thought you might just take my secrets and run. I have learned a great deal about Oleander's business. Above ground, I would call him a merchant. He sells goods from the underground and purchases goods from the above ground. He connects buyers and sellers. Okay. That's the kind of goods he's trading that mark him as unusual. No live humans think, oh, I call bullshit on that. I think he's trading people. Because we know people are getting sold. So I feel like we would know who that is. Because I don't think it's, oh my gosh, I forgot his name. I forgot the thief's name. Cirrus is the priest. Damn. I'm pretty sure it was something simple. I can't remember his name for the love of Pete. Anyways, thankfully, but I saw a box of teeth that looked nauseatingly familiar among the goods he was sending out. Then there were the magical goods and the allegedly magic goods. I guess this means you've been ensnared by my good looks and winning personality. I don't know what you look like. You literally have a mask on. I have no idea what you look like. There's no way I've learned all your secrets yet. Oh, is that all you want from me? I'm not giving him the light of day. I'm not calling him charming. I'm not. Dougal is not. See, when they act like this, you gotta bump him down a peg. You gotta take him down, and you gotta just really nail it to him. Or else then it's just no fun. Then you just want him to pick you, and then that's just annoying, because then they get what they want. Like, that's just annoying. That's not fun anymore. So, your money's good. Your money's pretty good, too. Oh, so, mercenary of you. Right? Right? Alright? Is that the word? I think so. Are you even a little glad to be seeing me again? Honestly, yes. When I woke up today, I was looking forward to seeing him again. Even if he's danger, and I'm certain he is, he's at least an entertaining one. I was about to say, I thought Dougal was going to be putting words in Dougal's mouth, saying that, oh yeah, he's charming, he's hot. No, no, stop it. But from our first meeting, I've known enough about him to know that saying that would make him intolerably smug. Exactly. Dougal learn. Dougal tip, Dougal learn. Fishing for compliments already. Do you need my approval that badly? He drops his voice both in pitch and volume. There's a difference between need and want, Dougal. One I would be glad to demonstrate. The tone of his voice is so outrageously, oh my god, just gotta give me a break. Vulgar that it stops my thoughts dead for a moment. Later, that is. We have work to do. Okay. He sweeps his jacket around and turns into the motion, making his way to a sweetly decorated tea shop. I keep the step just slightly behind him. God, Jesus. The first word that comes to my mind when I step inside is the decor isn't garnished, but it's very bright and intricate. I hope I said that right. I have no idea if I said that right. The lamps are blazing brightly compared to anywhere I've been. The walls are practically lined with paper and fabric flowers, bursting forth in fragrant, frothy bouquets. Someone has lit incense or sprayed perfume in the air. Forgive me for saying so, but this doesn't look like your kind of place. When Oleander told me we would be going to his tea shop, I imagined a moody, smoke-filled back room. The back rooms. Perhaps that's a failure of my own imagination. Oh no, this is definitely not my kind of place. Or not. We are here because of the next potential client. We navigate the tightly packed tables and chairs and stop at one table with a man sitting at it. The man is plain, with even scruffy. He's slouching so deeply and crossed his arms so tightly, it's hard to tell if he's extraordinarily short or is trying to look small. That... we know him. We know him. He is from the last one that I can't remember his name. Hold on. Let me go to my YouTube real quick and see what the last guy's name, because for the life of me, I can't remember it. I know that sounds stupid. Stupid. Let me turn myself down a little bit. Griff. Okay, that person's name's Griff because the shadow's the same. Oh my lord, have... Did I tap on an ad? I guess I did. Because, girl, I ain't got no ads on my YouTube. Kier. That's right, Kier. Okay. I knew it was started with a K or if it was something simple like that. Griff. We know Griff from the video before this. Hey, check out my last video of Obscura. It'll help. Pleasure to see you again, Griff. Oleander takes a seat. I follow suit. Why the sugar doesn't are we meeting here? Because I knew you'd say something excellent like sugar doesn't about it. Oleander sounds entirely too pleased with himself. And who's this? He jerks his chin in my direction. This is Vigil. Rude. I mean, I'm not gonna kick him underneath the table because we're in a business meeting, obviously, right now, and I don't know. I think kicking him under the table is DOOGAL coded. I'm gonna kick him under the table. It's not an easy angle, but I'm able to give Oleander a swift kick to the shin. He hardly flinches. I wasn't aiming to hurt him, to be fair, but does glance over at me. Message sent. Another one. What happened to the last one? He found himself a more satisfying career elsewhere. Good for him. This new Visual is quite good, though. Picks things up quickly. She's right here, too, and very capable of speaking for herself. The last Vigil never talked. Glad you've got... Hello? Glad you've got a bit more guts. God, Jesus. Maybe he just couldn't get a word in edgewise with this man. Oh, God, Jesus. Like, I'm reading like... I read like AI. Maybe he just couldn't get a word in edgewise with this man as his boss. Griff chuckles. It's not a contest, but I do feel like I'm winning. A member of the wait staff comes by asking for our orders. Oleander orders tea. Griff orders what sounds like a very expensive cake. I feel like if I order something expensive, he's going to take it out of my pay. I'm just going to, Dougal's not hungry right now. Dougal is hungry. I asked the waitstaff for a recommendation for something light. They advised me to order a slice of cake that should be lighter than air and a cup of tea to go alongside it. So I do. If you're quite finished slandering me, I do have a business proposition for you. When don't you? Oleander brushes right past that comment. I've recently received some information from a very trusted source about witchering. Right? Witchering? Yeah, I think so. That is currently available. Me. A witchering? Actually? This is tying into completely... Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is like the first one that's kind of tying into the last one. So I'm glad, I guess, I played him right after Kier. Because in Kier's, we help him go obtain the witch ring. But now... Okay. This is nice. I like this. Okay. So I've been led... So we know that Oleander is not lying about this. So he's not a liar. He's doing what he's doing. So I've been led to believe it's currently in the hands of our beloved auctioneer. No way. Not the auction, the auctioneer. She's currently living in an apartment above the Pearl Choker. I've been to that apartment once. It's well protected, but it certainly is not the same level as the auction house. It's not watertight or mouse proof. Okay, I'm listening. I thought you might. Vigil, if you would. Oleander holds out a hand. I dig through my pockets and hand over an egg-shaped gold capsule. Jesus. I paid a very pretty penny for this information, so I expect you not to wreck that. Oh my gosh, to wreck what has been a very fruitful relationship. You don't need to put on the scary mask for this, man. You know I'm not about to screw you over. If you didn't kill me, here I would. Oleander hands over the capsule. Griff cracks it open and lets the 2 golden halves fall to the table. He unfolds the paper that were packed inside the egg and starts reading, hunching himself over the pages to protect them from prying eyes. Pruding eyes would have worked too. I sweep the 2 egg halves across the table towards me and pocket them again just as our orders arrive. Without looking, Griff begins to devour his cake as he keeps reading. Why put the papers in the egg if I'm just going to be giving him the papers and keeping the egg? A mystery for another time. What do you think? I think you gotta stop rushing me. Not all of us read as fast as you. Me too, Griff. I can't read either. I can't read fast. I can't read, period. Here I am. You're already getting into the detailed pages. What do you think about the broad strokes? I think... Griff closes his fist and pauses, turning them into a crumpled 2. That I gotta talk to Kira about this. It's a good job. We could do it if we were at full capacity. And you're not? Do I work with them anyways? Gups got hurt during a freelance gig. Poor Gups. Poor Guppy. I know that tone of voice. Oleander does not know who or what Gups is, but he needs to sound sympathetic and keep the conversation going. Well, you know where to send word if you take the job or drop it. I'll be down in your neighborhood with supplies soon enough. Looking forward to it. In the meantime, send Kira my love. Griff's tone is one of irritation. Don't make me say that. Kira hates hearing that. Exactly why I'm saying it. You're the worst. I am a delight that you can never get enough of. Your money is a delight, that's for sure. Charming as ever, Griff. Griff stands up and leaves without so much of a farewell. Oleander and I left sitting at the table with Griff's empty plate. So, that was Griff. He's a funny one, isn't he? That's one way to say it. I start in on my cake. Oleander pours himself a cup of tea. And who's here? An old friend. I think that's what he'd say. Well, that's something to look into later. Don't worry, Dougal's already looked into it. Dougal has had a save file with Kier. And you sent him your love because... You heard, Griff. Kier will find it deeply annoying, and I think that's amusing. For someone so enamored with their own wit and charm, you sure are dedicated to being an absolute pest about it. The word for me you're looking for is... I'm not even going to try it. I'm not even going to attempt that word because there's absolutely no way. The word I'm looking for is gadfly. Is that how you say that? I don't know. You know, I've heard people call me that before, but it sounds so much more interesting coming from you. But enough about me. That's a rare sentence. I have a very nice pot of tea that needs to be drunk. Drank? The doggies. We're gonna turn that down maybe a little bit. I'm just gonna speak really much into the mic. Okay, good. You can't hear her. My hound dog is going crazy. I have a very nice pot of tea that needs to be drunk. So I did read that right, drunk. I actually did read the sentence right. Pronounced, yay! I can read. Dougal can read. But it should be drank, right? Right? I don't know. I'm not an English person. He unlatches his mask with a slow deliberateness that makes it look like he's putting on a show. There must be a hidden hinge inside it, because the mask slips at the mouth, but doesn't come away. Fancy mask for a fancy man. Then he raises his teacup and slowly takes a sip, holding the free hanging bottom of his mask away from the cup with a finger. He lets out a satisfied moan and chuckles. Excellent stuff. I suppose a shop as dedicated to botanical arts as this would have some skill at making tea. Jeez. God help me. I wonder if they'd tell me their source. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. It's idle wandering, but it makes me smirk a little. Oleander seemed to get drawn back into the work without much prompting. And how was your cake, Dougal? Delicious, thank you for asking. And are you going to share? I guess. It sounds like you want me to share. Yes, but that isn't what I asked, now was it? No, or now is it? Golly, Jesus Christ. I mean, the guy's paying me. He's paying me. I'll share. Are you going to share? Well, that depends on what course of action you take. You're never not a businessman, are you? Oh, trade doesn't occupy my whole life, but I do find life to be better when a mutually pleasurable option is available. The hint of... There was flirtation in that? Hold on, let me read between the lines. Oh, trade doesn't occupy my whole life, but I do find life to be better when a mutually pleasurable option is available. Okay, I didn't find that flirty, but maybe I'm dumb. The hint of flirtation is getting under my skin. Without another word, I take a bit of my cake into my fork and hold it out for him. Right. I'm gonna turn this up again because it... Is that okay? I think so. He leans in slowly and deliberately. I can't see his eyes exactly, but I can't shake the feeling he's staring directly at me. Oh, so I can't see his eyeballs? I guess not. But I can't shake the feeling that he's staring directly at me and closes his mouth around the... You spell bite B-I-T-E, right? It's not B-I-T? Or am I delusional? Around the bit. Oh, okay. It could be two ways. It could be bit or bite. Okay, I understand it now. His mouth around the bite of cake. Let me... Okay. I think there's talking in the sound, too. Alright. Then he pulls back and I hear the smirk this time as he says, exquisite. I'm keenly aware that I'm being teased. Damn this man. He lifts his own teacup and holds it out for me. Your turn. Oh, God, I gotta do it, too. Wait, so I have to drink it from him? He lifts his own teacup and holds it out for me. Okay, well, I'm gonna take a drink, okay? I'm here for the pot. We're taking a drink from his hand, okay? Take a drink. I have to put my hands around Oleander's to guide the cup of my mouth. To guide the cup to my mouth. The tea is a ginger hot and sharply bitter. It's a complex flavor, and I let it sit on my tongue for a while. Good, isn't it? It's a powerful taste. When we're done eating and we pay and we... My dog is so loud, and I'm surprised you can't hear her. When we're done eating, we pay and leave the little tea house. Oleander promises to forward a list of things I will need to do in the next few days. Chores from the sound of it. A letter arrived for you. Okay, so I'm back at the Leaping Bear.
upstairs? If I put something over my head, like a plastic bag.
No, you don't have to put your... no. Just walk over there and get a fingernail file.
What is it?
It's the one that's not...
Oh, yeah. Got it.
Okay.
All right.
Did any of them fall off?
No, but I cut them down a lot. Like, a lot. Like,
Oh,
to the tip of my fingers.
you cut them.
Yes, I cut them with clippers.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
All right.
I can't stand them to be that long.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna buy them.
Okay. You can leave the file downstairs. I can get it later.
Okay.
Okay. I had to put, I do my own nails. Fun fact. That's the little nail station back there. My mother DOOGAL has a wedding tomorrow. And so she can't have her nails painted. So we did, press-ons, and they were really long on her. And I was like, okay, well, that's why, even though press-ons stay short, they're usually longer. Because of the width of the nail, that increases the length over, you know. So I had to cut them, drill them, and everything. That's partially why I was late, because I was putting those on. And so now I guess she cut them down more and has to have a file. So we'll see if they pop off. I think they will. Anyways, back to the game. Bruno sits down my bowl of porridge as well as a letter and leaves. The letter itself has been scented with some kind of perfume, thick enough to be able to smell through my mask. Oh, the apparition of him. DOOGAL. A client of mine is hosting an impromptu little party, and I have been told, little party, and I have been told that I may bring whoever is the current vigil along. Okay, so I'm going to a party. Did you bring me clothes to wear? Do I get a little outfit upgrade? I suppose I wasn't doing anything else today. Searching the stalls and trying to pull rumors from shopkeepers is more important work, but sometimes I long for a break from it. I'm really starting to appreciate Oleander's intrusions into my otherwise... So I know that word, but I don't know how to say it. Like, I can say it in my head, but I can't say it out loud. Does that make sense? Schedule. Here's your checklist to accomplish before the clock strikes 7 tonight. The rest of the letter is a list of locations and what I am going to do at each and where we'll be meeting tonight. A clothing rental! Yay! Do I get to see the outfit? I want to see the outfit so I can envision it. Clothing rental, a wine shop in some place called this Satine? Riley would get a kick out of that if she were watching. Okay, hold on. Sweet tree time. I'm going to turn off my camera so you don't have to see me putting a Zen in. It's not the most flattering angle. And I'm too busy to, file through the YouTube to edit that out when I repost the live streams to YouTube, so it just stays there. Okay, Satine, where I am supposed to pick something nice. Oh, so I get to... Do I get to pick? The making of the very exciting party, from the sounds of it, it makes my very ordinary porridge feel rather dull in comparison. Still, I'm not going to let my break fast. I'm not going to let my breakfast go to waste. Checking Oleander's directions against my own mental map. The shops are laid out so there's no efficient way to visit them all. I am free to take them in any order I please. Where do I want to go first? I I get to pick. I get to pick where I go first. I'm gonna go to the clothing shop first. That's what I'm most excited. God, I'm sorry. What I'm most excited about. The shop I reach when I follow the written directions is a little hole in the wall place. Literally, the shop door sits in what is otherwise the cavern's bare rock face. Entry. This sounds like something that, I just choose to mention her in almost every video I make, but this sounds like something that would belong on Preacher's Daughter. Shout out Ethel Kane. Formal wear of every kind being shown. Wait, did I even read that? I didn't even read that. Entering, I met with a dizzying array of colors. Formal wear of every kind being shown on the racks and on the walls. Someone is also playing a mandolin quite badly. I don't think this sounds bad. It sounds interesting. I don't think it sounds bad. Also, real quick, I'm gonna make sure that my chat just refreshed and... Okay, my chat did... Okay. I was just making sure I'm still live because my chat just kind of refreshed and I got scared, so sorry about that. Let me close out of that real quick. I'm just gonna close out of all of that real quick. Okay. Oleander's letter was quite vague on what I was supposed to do here, though the implication is obvious. Hello? The mandolin playing stop... No, the music stopped playing? The mandolin playing stops and a head pops out between two of the clothing racks. Oh shit. Sorry, hello? They stumble out from between the racks. My best guess is that they're a teenager. My best guess is that they're a teenager who has not gotten used to their growth spurt yet. Based on their clumsiness and their gangly height? What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. Welcome to the dress cave. Sorry, the silk web. Oh, that's a good name. Without thinking, I raise my hand to hide my face, and obscuring a smile they wouldn't be able to see regardless. The gesture honestly just makes what I'm thinking even more obvious. I was told by my employer that I should come here to rent some formal wear for a party this evening. Your employer? I'm Vigil, if that helps. There's a beat of silence, and then... Oh, now I know what the boss meant. Perfect, this is easy. Mr. Absinthe? Mr. Absinthe, I think, has a tab with us. Mr. Absinthe. So his name is Oleander... Oleander Absinthe? Okay. Has a tabs with us, so you just pick out what you want and he'll pay for it later. We don't really have time to tailor it for tonight, but we have a lot of clothes, so it should be easy to find something that'll fit close enough. Oh, sorry. Dude, I keep bumping the mic, I'm sorry. I'm not... I need a drink. So I'm not picking up something for him. I'm getting something for myself. Is this really necessary? I'm not taking off my cloak for the party, so any beautiful clothes would be wasted on me. The shopkeeper, or maybe their assistant, shuffles nervously. If you don't mind me saying, you should probably get something nice to wear. I'm certain you mean well, but you have a good reason to want me or my employer spending here? Oh, it's not that. It's not money. It's just... Since you're not pinning your cloak closed, I can see bits of what you're wearing underneath when you move. They look like good sturdy clothes, but Oleander wants me wearing something frivolous, because that's a sign he has money to spend on clothes just for making his assistant look pretty. Yes. I'm part of the show now, so I should dress the part. Exactly! And the money doesn't hurt. Yeah. Very well, I'm convinced. How does anyone find things in this dress cave? If you like, you can tell me what your style... Oh, okay. You can tell me what style you like and your approximate measurements, and I'll pick out some pieces from the back. There's a lot in the back. Alright. I guess that means, like, fluid gender clothes. I've never seen that word before. I think I'm uncultured. And prefer more feminine clothes because we are she, her. Okay, I'll pull out a few styles for you. The shopkeeper vanishes into the back of the shop, presumably a cavern claimed by the shop to store inventory. They come back with a sampling of clothes. Suits, jackets with trousers or skirts, dresses in every style I can imagine. Even a delicate bodysuit that feels a little too daring. Dude, I want to wear the bodysuit. Duh! And then again, I will be wearing a cloak the whole time. We whittle down... Do I not get to pick? We whittle down the options with the shopkeeper occasionally dropping back into the cave to find something closer to my size. In the end, I'm left with two options. Two options that suit my taste. The occasion, and the fit well enough. An elegant black gown and a bright blood red skirt. Wait. Okay, so wait. An elegant black gown and a bright blood red skirt that pairs with a red bejeweled wrap around my chest. I'm trying to imagine this, and so I'm thinking like a tightly fitted black gown with maybe a leg slit, and then maybe a blood red skirt underneath with red bejeweled wrap around my chest, so like a corset top maybe. Both are finer than. Wait, oh, so is that two options? So okay, so I guess it's. No. Okay. It's not that serious. I'm not playing The Sims. I'm not doing anything crazy. It's my little fan fiction mind that wants to know exactly what this would look like and the way I need to imagine it. Both are finer than anything I have ever worn in my life. Either of them would work, I think. A fancy outfit is meant to send a message, isn't it? So the last thing to choose is what message I want to send. Even with a cloak on, the red will catch people's eyes. And it would also match your mask. Oh, that's true, yeah. The black under the cloak can trick people's eyes instead if the light... Golly! The black under the cloak can trick people's eyes instead. If the lighting's light... If the lighting's light... Does that even sound right? Does that even look right to me? No! If the lighting's right, it'll look like you're a void. Catching the eye or creating mystery. What do I want? What does Oleander want? Oleander wants the red. Okay, I feel like that's a dumb question. I think the red is like kind of like a glittery corset top. I drive with that more. The red one. If Oleander is dressing flamboyantly, it's to show off his wealth and to catch eyes. I can assume that as visual, he wants me to do the same. Are we gonna have matching outfits? Play. And if I can catch some eyes and start conversations, well, that suits me fine. Thanks for your help. I don't think I could have braved the dress cave alone. Everything about the shopkeeper's hunched posture and looking deliberately to the side screams embarrassment. Glad I could help. I'm out of the shop soon enough with my rented clothes wrapped up in a parcel. Is that the thing that like holds dresses? I don't know. I mean, I'm as bottom of the line as I don't even know. It feels criminal to leave the shop without paying, but I will have to return my find in one piece. It isn't mine to spoil. Well, he might buy it for me. If I'm good, he might buy it for me. Well, that's a chore accomplished. What next? The wine shop. The wine shop doesn't have a name that I can see, and when I go inside, there is a little more than a room to stand in. This is not a normal wine shop. I couldn't be surprised. Even given the instructions Oleander wrote for retrieving the wine include be polite. They also include don't spoil the surprise. Hello? The silence makes the hair on my back of my arm stand on end. But I refuse to be cowed by an empty room, of all things. You're supposed to ring the doorbell. I almost jump and I turn to my left and see the shopkeeper wearing a heavily starched dress and mask that clings tight to her face emerge from the hidden door. Be polite. Sorry, I didn't think to look there. Are you in some kind of pheasant? Oh, okay. She's gonna be mean. All right. All right. Are you some kind of pheasant just strutting into any door that pleases you? What? I'm sorry? Did you just come in off the street, you stupid thing? Oh my god. Oh my god. I curl my toes in the tightly. Yeah, I would be clawing at the edge of my skin to slap this. Ugh. I curl my toes tightly in my shoes. Polite. I was sent here by my employer. He didn't write about a bell in his note either. Employer? Oh no, you're one of those absinthe vigil things, aren't you? I'm sorry to disappoint you. Have we met before? I'd remember you if that were the case. I see too many pheasants. I don't try to tell them apart anymore. I would be happy to get out of your way, except I don't think Oleander would be happy if I did that without picking up the wine he ordered first. Oh, is he Oleander now? It seems like... Oh, okay, so this is a new name. Okay. Oh, is he Oleander now? It seems he still doesn't know how to pick up names. I take it my employer hasn't always called himself Oleander. No. He rather fancies himself Sly and keeps changing his name. As if changing his name will hide who he is when he insists on always wearing that ridiculous coat. Peasant you may be. Is that peasant? Am I saying that wrong? Is that how you spell peasant? Hold on. Okay. No, I'm right. I'm saying it correctly. Believe it or not, I am saying it correctly. Oh, shoot. Okay, sorry. Ow. Okay, peasant you may be, but at least you're the sensible sort that keeps your looks plain. Polite. Thank you. Right here, and I'll bring you your Oleander's wine. She's gone for a little while, and when she returns, she's carrying 2 bottles of wine. They are unlabeled and, as far as I can tell, identical. Pick your poison. Oh. Well, the first thing I thought was left, so I think I'm going to take a left. Good. Okay, so she says good no matter what. Okay, I'm sticking to my choice then. The shopkeeper takes both the bottles and disappears again. I'd given up trying to understand what is happening here. She comes back with a labeled bottle and a wine glass with a dram of wine in the glass. Would you like to taste? Yeah, I'm going to taste it. Why not? I take the glass from the shopkeeper and swirl it, watching the legs trickle down. I pull my mask away from my face just enough to take a deep breath and catch the wine smell. Then, a little clumsily, I remove the bottom plate of my mask and take a sip from the wine. It's obviously a very high quality, but there's a taste to it I cannot... But there's a taste to it I cannot not place. Something sharp and strange and unrecognizable. I finished off the glass, letting the wine sit on my tongue. Is it to your liking? Oh my god! Oh my god! Now throwing stupid into it? Girl! Just say you're jealous of me. Like, just say you want Oleander, because this is ridiculous, you old hag. Is it to your liking, stupid pheasant? Oh my god, There's something about the shopkeeper's words. It's very good, it's very good, like nothing I've ever tasted before. What's in it? It's a fine but ordinary wine, but blended with additional ingredients. That would be the flavor. I've never tasted I had before. The shopkeeper talks for a few minutes about the process, an exotic seed pod that is mashed and boiled and strained and treated with all kinds of chemicals until it produces a rare and very desirable elixir. An elixir that you now have in your veins. Something suddenly takes my my lungs into a fist. It squeezes. My hands go. Did she poison me? What? My hands go to my chest and then my throat, and there is no obstruction.
Lauren,
Yeah.
can you keep them upstairs?
Yeah.
Come on, honey. Pax.
If they'll come up here.
Come on. Lauren.
Yeah, no, I heard Marnie because she sounds like an obese person walking up the stairs.
Honey, Pax. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
Focus.
Come on, Pax.
I don't want to scream. Okay, let's try to continue. Anyways, I just got poisoned. My chest and then my throat. There is no obstruction. There is nothing preventing air from reaching my lungs. But the air is rejecting my lungs. No matter how hard I fight, I cannot take in enough to breathe. I'm hit with a dizziness from the lack of breath or another cause. I try to look up at the shopkeeper, but my vision is getting softer and the grayness is clawing in my periphery. I raise my hand and it shakes so violently that the wine glass falls from my grasp.
Come on. Okay, they're up there.
All right. Through the deep water, I hear the shopkeeper swear. Idiot. That was a good glass. The gray completely overtakes my sight, and I feel my whole body shaking violently and my muscles. Okay. I'm taking the right. I'm scared I'm going to get far enough to where I'm poisoned and I die. So I'm going to take the right. Okay. There's a spirit again. Yes. What are you doing, Pab? What? I'm sorry you got trapped up here against your will. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm gonna see if she, like... Okay, so no matter what, I get poisoned. So it's... Whoa. That's different. The gray completely overtakes my sight, and I feel my whole body shaking violently and my muscles ache. Just die quickly so I can put you away. I stop hearing anything else, and my heart pounds hard in my chest. Don't spoil... I'm such an idiot. God, knock me in front of the head. Well, I'm not ending on the bad ending. Like, what do you think this is? Hey, Mar. No, thank you. I'm sorry. Well, I'm a little dumb. I thought he meant spoil it for him, like me telling him what the wine was. I didn't think it was me tasting the wine. But what if I get there and then it's going to poison me? Is that his whole point in this? I don't know. Only enters instructions so... Oh, she probably went in and poisoned... No, that doesn't make sense. I don't know. Only enters instructions told me not to spoil the surprise, and this is probably what he meant by that. Okay. Miss Girl, you cannot be clawing at the desk. You can't be doing that. You're going to unplug something. You're going to unplug something, and then it's not going to be good. And then it's not going to be good. No, it's not. I take my chosen bottle and slip it into my bag. It's not convenient by any stretch, but it'll do. I would like you to leave now. Okay. I can do that. Bye, girl. I wanted to leave like 5 hours ago. The shopkeeper doesn't want me to linger, and I don't want to linger, so I don't. I can cross the wine shop, if that's what it was, off the list, and get on with my day. The Satine! Satine is impossible to miss. The large sign is freshly painted on bright colors that stand out in the darkness. It's also busy. I step inside and the noise does not diminish even the slightest bit. Satina is huge and labyrinth, I think, labyrinth, and there must be dozens of people wandering the maze of the shelves. Oleander's instructions were to pick something nice, something decorative to wear, a gift for whoever is hosting, something for Oleander? I suppose it's up to me. I square my shoulders and face the labyrinth. I can already feel the warm, stuffy air starting to gather under my cloak. I don't think I'm going to stay here for long. For a second, I attempt to look at everything on the tall stacks of shelves, packed tight with curious. But that's a fool's errand. There's no way to take in everything in the shop. I will have to fully surrender myself to the chaos. I start walking and stop fully on a whim. There's a counter sitting up against the wall and stacked high with papers. For a second, I think nothing of it. And then I realize that the papers must be on sale. Picking one of the random from the pile, I find instead of a coverless booklet, the pages sewn together. Each page is illustrated and annotated, a step by step through an. Okay, I wanted to make sure. Geez, Odyssey with anatomical drawings. Is this what you want? No. I return the booklet to the counter. Unsatisfied, I continue turning a crossroad of the shelves. For no reason at all, I pick up one of the ominous boxes on the shelf and peek inside. There's a scalpel and a strangely shaped scissors that look what looks like a syringe. All of them have lost their edges. I don't think that's what I want either. No, Marnie. There's nobody here. Somebody was just locking their car. It's okay. The thought of what this stuff was used for before me makes me little unsettled. I probably just saw my whole camera shake because they shake the whole entirety of this room. The thought of what this stuff was used for before makes me a little unsettled. I put them back. Yeah, I would put them back too. I don't think that's what he wants. One more try. I fail to find anything of interest. I will just meet Oleander empty-handed. There is a section of books on one shelf that do have an obvious theme. Text about the solar lunar gods. Most of them have languages on the spine I don't know, but one stands out as familiar. Flipping through it seems to be a record of the beliefs of the obscure branch of the lunar gods cult. It's in rough condition, but the whole thing seems to be readable. I think this is what I want. I don't see why Oleander would want the scalpels and stuff. I'm trying to remember. I don't think it would be the first thing either, because that was like a book of just like blank pages, right? I guess I'm just gonna go with this. I take my find to the crowded payment desk. When it's my turn, I have to speak quite loudly to be heard. Does the name of Oleander mean anything to you? It does. They look at my find placed on the counter. Are you sure you want to use his favor for that? Are you telling me I can't go back? So I'm a loser. So I'm a loser because that obviously wasn't the right decision. I have no idea what his favor is worth, but I can think of worse things to spend it on. The shopkeeper shrugs but hands me a little tag. I take my new trinket and head to the door. I'm let out of the shop only when I show a black cloaked figure the tag. Nice cloak. Likewise. And that is the end of my little adventure at the Satine. I follow Oleander's final direction to a squat apartment building. I have to climb 2 flights of creaky stairs to find the room indicated on the letter. I knock. Oleander? The door is unlocked, darling. What is going on here? What? I'm scared. It takes a little maneuvering to twist the doorknob, and I carry several parcels, but I get it done. The room I entered in is heavily perfumed with elegant lamps on every flat surface and an abundance of colorful fabric draped from the ceiling. Why are you so short? Look, it was not supposed to be this short, right? Because didn't he, like, come up to here before? What are you doing, Short King? You've been wearing heels up until this point? Oleander is lounging in a well-loved armchair. Okay, so that's why he's shorter. Okay. His head tipped back. He must only see a sliver of me through the eye holes of the mask. I didn't realize that as an assistant I would be doing your shopping. This is a shopping trip for your benefit. He stands up. Okay, there we go. All right. Oh. Put the heels back on. Well, what kind of treasures did you find? I hand him the wine bottle. Good job not spoiling the surprise. The shopkeeper called me a pheasant. Don't mind her, that's just her way. We parted on good terms, I think. Oh? She was happy to get rid of me, and I was happy to leave. A happy arrangement for the both of you, then. What else did you find? You went to Satine, like I told you? I did. Good visual. I roll my eyes, but I bring out my discovery. It's a shame that this book is so badly battered. It would be worth a lot if it was in good condition. He drops his voice low and he's smiling. I can hear it. What was he flirting about? Why does Dougal always think he's flirting? I feel like he's just saying, I just spit, and hopefully that wasn't seen, because that's really embarrassing. My God. I'm sorry. I should just end stream now. Lord have mercy. Anyways, ignore that. Why does Dougal always think he's flirting? I'm so confused. I don't see... I'm so sorry. I don't see flirting in that sentence. Is he flirting? No, I don't think so. I think you just want him to, Dougal. Let's be honest here. I think you just want him to flirt with you. I think it's the delusions. Anyways, you haven't neglected to rent clothes, have you? I went to the dress cave. Then you've met poor Bobbin. He's some kind of cousin to the owner. That's the reason he works there. He's not well suited to the job. Well, I thought he was funny. Oh, I don't disagree. He's very funny. Unfortunately, he's not trying to be. I doubt he'll be in the merchant business much longer. I bring out my parcel, but I don't open it. Do I get to see it? Once I'm wearing it, maybe. Barn, what are you doing? Okay. If you're going to keep me in suspense like this, I suspect it will be very good. If you get your hopes up too high, I'll never meet your expectations. I will set my hopes high as well as I please. I will set my hopes as high as I please. If you want to satisfy me, you'll simply have to work for it. But that I got a little flirtation in that, but Dougal didn't say anything. I don't understand. With that, he starts in on the party preparation. He is going in his usual outfit. He has a brand he needs to maintain. He handles the wine while I go to the small side room to get dressed. I re-enter the parlor with my cloak wrapped tight around me. Ah, Dougal, do I finally get to see what outfit you've chosen? I mean, I'm gonna show him. He's gonna see it anyways, right? Show him. I open my... Maybe that. Okay. I open my cloak, giving Oleander a look at my outfit. He gives me an approving nod. Unless you keep your cloak closed at every turn, you're going to be very noticed wearing something like that. Like you and your coat. Very much like me and my coat. I suppose you want to advertise your wealth and access. As your assistant, I would be advertising your wealth, wouldn't I? That goes without saying. At any rate, you've chosen something stunning. You'll have to chase off work offers with a stick. I wasn't planning on taking a different job. Your rate is quite good. Good, stick with that. And as an incentive, he steps to the side and picks up a parcel off the chair. A gift. This one you can keep. I open the parcel and it spills out a length of a slate gray fabric. Oh, okay, so he bought me something else anyways. I open the parcel and out spills a length of a slate gray fabric. Thick and smooth. I feel like I'm in 50 Shades of Grey. I feel like this is a whole Mr. Grey shtick. Am I wrong? I've never read 50 Shades of Grey. I know the plot. I know enough of it. I know a good amount. I open the parcel and spills out. Okay, yeah. Thick and smooth. In the fabric, there is a shimmering pattern. I thought you might still wear your cloak over your very fine outfit. If you must, at least wear something worthy as the event and your own charms. Something clatters to the floor. A heavy silver brooch has fallen out of the folds of the fabric. You're not going to ask for this back from me? Back from me? God. It would hardly be a gift in that case. And I don't owe you any money for this? It's a gift, Dougal, not a debt. It's yours. Thank you. And anyways, it came to me as no great cost. A lovely young thing forgot it several months back. I just found a brooch to finish the outfit. So am I gonna wear this anyways? I roll my eyes. Leftovers from a previous conquest. Thanks. It's clean. It's yours now. So stop grousing and get change. I do. Then we're off to the party. So am I wearing like the silver thing over my outfit, or did I just get an outfit for no reason? The party is being hosted in a mansion, of course. There's no formal government within the underground, but there is the richest, most powerful families in it, the lords of the marketplace. We go beyond the ruby walls to the center of one of the richest neighborhoods. The mansion is whitewashed, and light floods from the open doors and windows. There's several stories to it, but there's a strangeness to the architecture. It feels put together from disparate pieces, as though the mansion was expanded several times, and each was designed by a different hand. Well, it's nice to see that the good Lord Valentine is continuing his explorations into the world of architecture. This is new. The wing we're entering was not here the last time I visited. Though, in fairness, that was in another life. We pass through the gate and are met with several attendants. Here's my invitation. This is my +1 visual. Welcome, sir. Clubbing it up in the underground. We pass into the mansion. The main room is open and tall, at least 2 stories. There are balconies overlooking the main ballroom floor, and I can see some heads turn our way as we enter. A member of the staff approaches Oleander as is quick to hand over the bottle of wine. Send this to the Clarity. When he directs his attention my way, tell me honestly now, what's your drinking tolerance? I can hold my own. Well, that's good to hear. Some folks like to drink together at social activity. It's always nice to partake with others. That said, keep it to 1 or 2 drinks tonight. I need you to keep your head on your shoulders. Is that an order, sir? Oh, is this my new... Is that my new cloak? Did we put that on? I think so. I didn't realize that was changed. So that's all you like, but this is work for you and I. Just because it's happening while others play doesn't mean we get to fool around the same way. We stop loitering at the door. Oleander is quick to spot someone. Isn't my favorite bell ringer over there? Someone turns, their mouth is uncovered, so I can see their transformation from confusion to happiness as it happens. Son of Emmy, it's Oleander. That's all it takes for a significant attention to come our way. Oh god. Whoa! We miss you, darling. How has business been lately? How could you leave us for so long? He revels in it. He's in his element. I have been pining away for these parties since I've been gone. Unfortunately, there was a very good opportunity waiting for me in the dust chambers, and I couldn't resist. You went down into the dust chambers? And it makes for a very good story, but first, he gently waves his arm in my direction. I'm the new Miss Vigil, pleased to meet you. These feel like kinds of people who expect to be bowed at, so I give them a deep nod. Now, I did notice you. I was hoping you would. I sway slightly, letting my coat sway and reveal a little more of my outfit. Do a little shimmy wiggle. This is a darling visual, Leander. Not like your last one. I'm rather fond of this visual. New though she may be, the visual was skilled, not much of a social being. Though I heard that the last vigil found something very social to do for himself. Ah, yes, he did. I was very disappointed to learn he was leaving, but I can't fault him for his reasons. You, on the other hand, he turns to me. I expect you to stay by my side for a long time to come. No running off to get a job as a pleasure parlor bunny. Oh, you hear? Oh, I feel like, okay, I feel like we play the role. So I'm doing what are you doing to keep me here? I don't know, being a pleasure parlor bunny sounds fun. I didn't think Dougal would say that. What are you going to offer to compete? Sorry, we'll do yes, sir. Whatever you say, sir. Which choice do I like more? I think I like this one more. Let me go back and actually read it. Whatever you say, sir. Oh, am I surfer tonight? I could call you something else. Oh, definitely not. Now you've called me sir once, I expect to be called sir forever. Absolutely not. It's too late, Vigil. You've set my expectations and now you'll have to live up to them. Oh, fart. He's found another one like him. You two are going to be unbearable. Now, don't say that. You'll make the poor Vigil feel terrible. If you're going to flirt with your assistant, I'm going to be feeling terrible. Spoil sport. Oh, very well. Vigil, go and enjoy yourself and enjoy a nibble or two. If I need you, I'll track you down. Alright. Bye! I'd frankly rather stay with Oleander, given that I'm his +1 and he's the only person I know here. But I'm intrigued by what kind of food gets served at a party like this. Yeah. There are several tables laid out for guests, each of them unique. I pick one at random and start putting little nibbles wrapped in thin, cracking layers of fried dough on a plate. There's also a member of the staff at one end of the table with a selection of bottles. Okay, so he said I need to have at least 2 drinks. So I'm gonna get 1 drink now. Let's keep account. I asked for a glass of whatever the staff member would recommend, and I get a tall flute of something bubbly and pink. It's not as sweet as I expected, but still bright and pleasant. I almost said pheasant there because that hag was calling me a pheasant earlier. I just scratched my freaking, I don't know what it is on the back of my neck, but I think it might be a spider bite. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it hurts. I'm walking through the hall, just observing the people, when someone taps me on my shoulder. Excuse me. I turn around to see a person in brightly painted theater mask and a suit. Sorry to bother you, but I noticed you coming in with the Mr. Oleander. I did. I'm his assistant vigil. Elmwood. Pleased to meet you. They shake my hand firmly. What can I do you for? I wanted to make a deal with Mr. Oleander, but setting up a meeting has been difficult. He doesn't have a consistent office or anything like that, so you just have to know him or someone close to him first. And getting those connections can be really hard. Someone in this party he hasn't met. Is that for a reason? Well, what kind of deal are you looking to strike? Might as well fill them out before I make any promises. My business partner and I want to make a deal with Oleander. You'll have to be much more specific than that. He's an alchemist, or an apprentice, I guess. We want to strike out on our own, but we can't without supplies. There's plenty of alchemists here with supplies. Surely you have the network. There's a network, yeah, but only for the normal stuff. My partner wants to try new stuff, but that means getting other stuff, and none of the normal merchants sell that other stuff. Okay, dude, stuff. Like, come on, get it together. Not liking how they say normal merchants. Do you mean more controversial goods? Yes, those humans' teeth, critter hearts, blood, the gross stuff. Mature. Since the normal merchants won't carry them, we need someone to supply us with that stuff. And maybe give us a deal. What kind of deal? Well, Oleander's kind of expensive, isn't he? But maybe he could cut us rates for us. In return, we could give him access to the stuff we make. Why would access to your stuff suffice for a discount? It's gonna be good. His site sources, trust me. At least they sound completely confident about that. Well. Fuck. I don't like them. I don't think they know what they're doing. I'm sorry, but I don't think I can help you with this. What? Really? Yes, don't worry though. Oleander's social network is enormous. You may find access through someone else. But I haven't. Getting into the social circle of these people is impossible. I could do without the whining. You made it here. You'll just have to work a little more. They leave without another word. I feel as though I've managed to avoid a disaster. I agree. Yeah, no, I did not like that guy. With that encounter over with, I continue my exploration of the hall. Care for a drink? Their postures are throwing off some vibes. Someone steps in front of me, holding out 2 wine glasses. What? Sorry, I couldn't help but notice you, and I thought this was the best way to break the ice. Is that... Dude, why do you give me these names and expect me to know how to say them? Adonis. I'm Adonis. Vigil. It's a pleasure to meet you, Vigil. Now, about that drink. Okay, so I see what this is doing. I'm gonna take the drink, but if I take this drink, I can't take any others. But maybe I can... Okay. We're gonna take it. Thank you. I take the glass from him and take a sip. It's good. It's good. And what was that? And what? Let me find it. And what was that about? What? What was that about catching your eye? I have a feeling I'm gonna have to go back to my save spot. This isn't even real life and I feel uncomfortable. I confess, it was seeing a peek of your outfit from under your cloak. That's a very clever way to That's a very clever way to make seeing your clothes feel a little more forbidden. Well, I just to impress specifically you, so I'm pleased it worked. If I'd known you were dressing for me, I would have picked up... If I'd known you were dressing for me, I would have picked a more daring opening move next time. There's a promise in the words next time. Well, don't let me stop you for... Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Well, don't let me stop you from your turnaround. What? Well, don't let me stop you from your turn around the room. But if a conversation partner, would you be amenable to you? I could be convinced. I start walking and Adonis keeps my pace. The frame per frame moving across the screen. I start walking and Adonis keeps my pace, staying close enough to make it clear we're walking together without crowding me. If random strangers are going to approach me out of nowhere, I can only hope all of them have Adonis' social graces. Well then, where are you taking us? I found my greatest joy in the marketplace to be wandering around and seeing what happens, so I intend to continue that. Just wandering? Surely a capable guide could give you a better time. Oh, I'm certain one could. My employer gave me directions to the Satine that was a fascinating shop, or labyrinth. Oh, good old Satine. What an institution. I'm certain you found something fascinating. Oh yes, I'd rather like my new... Oh my god! Oh yes, I'd rather like my new lunar tome. However, I only found my employers in the first place through wandering the marketplace. Okay, he's getting close again, and I'm feeling uncomfortable! Well, consider this. You have wandered over my path now. Perhaps I'm like your employer, someone who can provide another map to the market. I'm considering it. What sort of wonders would you guide me to? Adonis begins talking quickly and with enthusiasm for the food of the underground. Every kind of person lives underneath the mountain. They have brought every type of cuisine with them. And then there are business agreements and marriages. And suddenly there are new combinations of flavors. I think it's fair to say that he likes his food. As we continue talking, he suddenly begins to talk, taking the lead in our stroll. He brings us down a hallway and away from the main room, and then through one of the many doors. Dude, I'm gonna get killed down here. I'm going to literally get murdered down here. Ladies, never take a drink from a man directly. We can learn something from this. Good thing I saved. The light here is lower and the sound is muted. It takes a moment, but I recognize the room as a library. The faint hissing of whispering voices confirms that we are not alone in here, even if I cannot see any other guests. This is nice. What is this nice for? Sneaking around, getting into mischief. Everyone loves a good library. Dougal, is it not clocking to you that we're in danger, Dougal? Is that not clocking to you? Is the last drink not hitting something in your brain? Is it clocking to you that we're standing on business? This is a good library, I will confess, I feel like. I'm not doing that. I will just read. Yeah, I can't. I physically cannot do that. I physically cannot do that on live stream. Oh my god. Okay. I'll read it. Okay. A soft mode tells me exactly what kind of mischief is happening just out of sight. Do you want to take a seat? Taking stock of myself, I do feel a little tired. Oh god. I've been laced again. Let's... Oh, just let's. Okay. There is an alcove with a padded bench, perfect for a few lazy hours of reading. Or something else. Okay. I sink down until I'm on the bench, sagging a little. The tiredness is coming harder now. Why? Oh god. See, I literally just said I got laced again. I got laced. This game's all about putting shit and stuff and making it stick, making you fall asleep or doing crazy things to you. This game really likes lacing. I wonder what the name of that kink is. Is there a lacing kink? Because the creators of this game have it. Because this has happened twice in just this portion of the game. With just Oleander. And that has happened with the priest. No, I'm not alright. You've laced me. Feel a little woozy. Feeling a little tired. Maybe that drink was stronger than I thought. God. Ooh, I hate this. I hate this. I'm gonna have to put a trigger warning with this. Trigger warning, trigger warning. Trigger warning. Oh god, this actually makes me sick. Okay. Alright. Oh, okay. I notice that's a hand on my shoulder and the other on my knee. Oh god, I hate this. Oh my god. Okay. Just take a deep breath. I'm not about to stop breathing. Oh wait, what is that? Was it? I'm not about to stop breathing. My head feels unbelievably heavy. His hands gently guide me to lie on the bench. There you go. Oh my god. Oh, I hate this. Oh, I hate this. I have to see it through now, though, but trigger warning. My eyes are shut. I didn't realize I'd closed them. Oh, fart. The realization hits me. Not now. Please, please. I can't even open my eyes. My symptoms aren't supposed to be this severe yet. No, hey, I don't think this is a thing from your illness, Miss Dougal. I think this is because the guy laced you. Is that still not connecting yet? A hand, Donis's hand, smooths back my hood and runs over my head. That was surprisingly easy. Ooh, I guess the old bastard is getting slow, not teaching his assistants properly anymore. What? I can barely think. My moment of panic. With the shock fading. Well, he'll get what's coming to him. Another stroke. Sorry, Visual. Not your fault that your employer is a mother farter. Quiet. Okay, well, good thing we saved. Good thing we saved, guys. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, we declined. Oh, wow. Okay, that was a lot. Alright. No wine for me, but thank you for the offer. Are you sure it's quite good? He sips from his own glass. I'm sure. Very well, then. He places the glass on the tray of a passing staff member and smirks, with his mouth exposed. I can see a handsome crookedness in his smile. And what was about... Okay, so we just kind of continue without taking the drink. Okay. I just didn't think I was gonna get laced again in another playthrough. I just didn't think it was gonna happen. I thought the girl at the wine place was enough lacing for now, but I guess not. Okay. I confess, it was seeing a peek of your outfit from under your cloak. That's a very clever way to make scene. Okay. Well, I dressed. Okay. We went through this. Okay, so he's staying like purposely. For better words, he's trying to convince me right now. Well then, where are you taking us? I found my greatest joy. Okay, we went through this. Okay, let's skip. Oh, so I guess regardless, I end up here. Interesting, but I just didn't take the drink. Okay, I think that's different. Whistle there and he leans in. I can clearly see the fine detailing on his mask. Up close, I can finally see his mask is gilded too. So, Vigil. Is that what I should call you? Oh, if you heard that, I'm so sorry. It's who I am for the moment. For the moment. I'm allowed days off too. And who are you in those days off? Someone else? He chuckles. Message received. I won't ask anymore. But I will ask, what does the Vigil do on her days off? Tidying mostly? Really? You should see the state of my room. I have my lunar tome to add to the piles. He laughs, leaning in and bumping me. Get away! Get away from me! He rests a head on my back. Oh, I read that as head. He rests a hand on my back, and the hand stays even as he pulls back. I'd like that. What? God, you're such a weirdo. Okay, weirdo. To see my messy room? I hate everything about this portion. Okay, the hand slides up a little. He's being very familiar. To see... Oh my god, I hate it. I literally hate this. To see your messy room, it's important to be specific about these things. Stop touching me. Stop touching me. I feel a little less of an ease with this movements. Being a little familiar with me, aren't you? Fake it till you make it, as they say. Huh? No. Well, not this time. Thank God. You gotta, Dougal, we have to get up and run. We run. We run out of the room. We leave this situation. We're gone. Pick up your 2 feet. Start scooting. He takes his hand off my back. He's still sitting close. But him keeping his hands to himself is already a significant improvement. Dude, no, get out. No improvement. We're gone. Apologies. I'll see to it that I earn the right to be close to you. Yeah, no, I don't even want to talk to you anymore. That being said, I wonder if you have strict prohibition. Dude, please! That being said, I wonder if you have strict prohibition on all touch. Yeah, or... Get out. Get out, Dougal. Get out. Get out, Dougal. Or if you would be less bothered in a more private scenario. The sound of the... God, Jesus. The sound of a rogue moan from amongst the shelves is a firm reminder that we are not alone in this room. Oh my God. He ain't quitting. He's that one guy in your Instagram DMs that just never will quit. Never will quit. You give him an inch, they take a mile. Every time. You did offer to show me your room after all. I did not offer that. I literally said my room was messy and you said, oh, I want to see that. Like, I did not say, hey, you can come into my room. I think I said, you should see my room. No. Well, even if he is a little too familiar, I can't fault him for the cowardice. No, you can't fault him. I'm working right now. I'd rather not. I would rather no. No, I don't. I don't want to. No. I'm flattered you'd be interested in my room, but I'm not giving tours at the moment. Oh, that was... Not even private ones for interested parties? No, I should think not. He seems to understand me. No, they never do. You gotta get up and leave. Like, you have to leave the room for them to finally clock to them. And then even still, sometimes they'll chase your tail. Get out. Then I shall withdraw my interest for now. But if that should change... He stands up and he takes a little card. Takes a little card from inside his jacket and hands it to me. In case he decides... Dude, he's got like a business card on just like his... Imagine being at a party and a guy offers you a drink, you say no, and then you start walking together because you have no choice. He's just walking with you. And then you go to like a basement and then you tell him no repeatedly times of him not to touch you. And then, he says, oh, I'm taking it. He backs away and then he gives you a business card with his like personal number. It just has his link tree. It's a hand-printed card with his name and address. Address? Is there a secret password? Oh my God. No, Dougal, why would you ask that? I didn't even get a choice. I would never never in a million years would I ask that. Is there a secret password? Dougal, okay, I think it's a fair... That's a tease right there. Just shut up. Just shut up, get up and move and go home. I don't know, do something. Get out of this scenario. God, you're stressing me out. He smirks wide and leans in. Oh my God. Oh! He whispers something remarkably filthy in my ear. Oh, I don't have to say it? Thank God. Thank God. Does that suffice? Was I blushing? Okay, no. Oh, God. I'm still attempting to gather my thoughts. Dougal, get out. It's certainly unique. Yeah, get out. Get out of my face. Get out of my area. I should have got up and walked away 30 minutes ago, but I didn't. I'm afraid I must leave you now. I thought the priest one was bad. Lord have mercy, was I wrong? I'm afraid I must leave you for now. But don't forget that address, that password, and you'll have my full attention. Oh my God, I don't want your attention. Well, that was something unsettling. I know things are different in the marketplace, but even so, I didn't expect to be approached out of the blue like this. The best thing I can say for him is that he backed off a bit when I asked. No, he didn't. He should have backed off a long time ago. He should have read the situation and said, "Hey, Shardy does not want this," and got up and walked away. Like, it's truly not hard to see somebody, like, there's a difference between me, oh, stop, and just sitting there. Because that's what I imagine Dougal in that situation. Because, I mean, and that, I wouldn't have even been in that situation. But if I were, that the entire time. You can read people. Don't care. It's inevitable that I would end up at Oleander's orbit again, even if he wasn't my employer. He somehow makes himself the center of the party no matter what. Please come help me. Oleander, please. Take me home. I want to go home. Even when he's alone, as he is now, I am able to smoothly fall into set beside him as he moves. Visual, welcome back. Good to see you. Haven't gotten into trouble. Now don't pretend to be my minder now. I'd be much more concerned about you causing trouble. I've been having some adventures. Oh, enlighten me then. Well, I mean, you don't know this, but in the last save file, I got laced. He started touching up on me and talking about you. In this save file, he got me to the basement and just wouldn't back off. Like, no, didn't mean no to him. And then he gave me his business card and told me a really nasty thing to say as a password. So that's kind of the rundown. You've missed a lot, and I needed you really bad back there. But it's okay. It's fine. It's whatever. Someone who called himself Elmwood approached me. He'd seen us together and decided that the best way to get a meeting with you was through me. That name sounds extraordinarily fake. You're the one to talk, Mr. Absinthe. He seemed a bit unprepared. I didn't like him, so I turned him down. Well, I didn't expect you to start venting clients for me this soon, but I suppose I can't complain. Speaking of which, the card I received from Adonis sits heavy in my pocket. Here, take this. I need you to know who this is. No, I'm not keeping it a secret. What do you mean am I keeping this a secret? Dude! Tell him I don't care! I don't care if he makes fun of me, just tell him! I have a new admirer. That bad, was it? I hold out the business card. Oleander takes it from me, and his posture changes. Well, I may need to have a word with him. You don't need to do it on my behalf. No, I need you to do it on my behalf. He's weird. He's weird, and he's definitely gonna try to lace another girl at this party, or a man. I don't know. He might try to lace you, Oleander. And then where are we? I can't carry you outside. I can't carry you to wherever your home is because I don't know where it's at. What do I do? Nothing? I get bad ending. What do I do? You need to on my behalf. It's not that. Adonis is a competitor of mine. Hard as it may be to believe, he doesn't like me very much. But I will not have him interfering with my employee as a part of this feud. You think this is about you? Well, I know it is. I know it's about me, but nobody else knows that. He may very well find you intriguing and charming. In fact, I rather suspect he does. But I wouldn't be surprised if his interest in you had something to do with me being my assistant. He returns the card to me. I suspect you're not interested in meeting him again, but if you do, tread lightly. No, I don't. I never want to be in the same room with that man again. I want to go home. Now, are you going to ask me what I've been up to? I don't care. I want to go home. Have you been flirting, deal-making, and putting yourself at the heart of the party? However, did you guess? You are, if you'll forgive me for saying, sir, a bit predictable. He chuckles and then sounds coming from deep in his chest. God, I don't want any more of this. I'm a little, not in the right mood after that. Not in the right mood for this now. Okay, walk in. He leans in close, his mask brushing the hood of my cloak. Then he rumbles. Okay. Just because you haven't seen them yet doesn't mean I'm not full of surprises, Dougal. Oh. I feel like I've just noticed a steep drop. What? I feel like I've just noticed a steep drop that I'd been walking past unaware. What? I feel like I've just noticed a steep drop that I'd been walking past unawares. As much as I'm startled by it, the adrenaline rush that also comes in is thrilling. But how about a drink first? What are you guys doing? You guys are twapped up here. I'm sorry. This will be my second drink. Oh. I guess I get it now. I guess I understand the 2-drink thing now. Because in this save file, I've only taken 1 drink, so I'm gonna accept. That sounds nice. I need it after this. It does, doesn't it? He waves over a member of the staff who is carrying a tray. He takes 2 glasses and hands one to me. Cheers. We click our glasses together and I enjoy a sip. Then, to my surprise, Oleander takes a silent step back. Before I can respond, someone has replaced him. A man, I think, wearing a gilded wolf muzzle. What? With a distinct patina. Where did he go? Huh? You've got to be fisting me. What do you want from me? Man, okay. I preferably don't want to talk to the person with the muzzle on. Preferably. That is, besides, you know what? No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say I would take Adonis over the guy with the muzzle. No, I guess I suppose I'll take the muzzle guy over the lacer and probably the molest. Nope. Nope. Not going to say that. Okay. Hello, you're the newest visual, if I recall. I am! Excellent! I was looking forward to meeting you. I'd say the same, but I don't know who you are. Ah, yes, you can call me... They think about it for long enough that they may just be putting on a show. Wolf. God, okay. That'll do nicely. Okay. Pleased to meet you, Wolf. I'm certain that's your name. I see why he likes you. Thank you. Is that why you wanted to meet me? Did he step closer? I can't tell. I think he did. In a manner of speaking, yes. I don't know how much you know about Oleander's previous assistants. Only that the last one left to pursue another career. Well, that was an unusual case, but some of the other assistants left when they founded training careers of their own. Makes sense. Treat working for him like an apprenticeship. Exactly. And those assistants have gone on to be quite successful. And unfortunately, I failed to see their potential in time. So I'm a business opportunity. Patron sounds more appealing, I would say. I think I could bring a few opportunities your way. In exchange for the assistance, you might be able to find some things you could do for me. Can't say I expected this. It's an appealing offer, but I do not need a response right now. But do you need a response now? Parties like this feel like good places to propose deals, but not to sell them. He laughs. Hardy har har har. No, I agree with you. This is neither the time or the place to make that choice. This will be my 3rd drink. Because I took the drink from, Oleander. So, he picks up the 2 wine glasses from a passing tray and holds one out to me. Gosh, my posture is insane. I need to sit up straight. But you'll think on it, won't you? Okay, so I already took a glass from... What can I say? I'm using the saves. I take the wine glass. You've been so polite. I could highly reject you now. I'll consider... Oh my god, that is such a fake response. That is the response that screams, I'm getting laced again. That is the response that comes from... Do you want to go to the library and pass out? That's what this is giving. Oh god, okay. Okay, I would be an idiot to not take this chance. I doubt a patron can open more doors for me than Oleander can, but if I have even one more chance to find the Lunar Ichor without him, I need to take it. But I'm not sure about but I'm not about to be desperate about it. Sorry, I was... My new patron leaves, and Oleander fills the gap as if he was never gone. So I think that was a test, and I think I failed. Have I lost you to a better offer then? I received a very tempting offer to become a pleasure... That's funny, I like that. I received a very tempting offer to become a pleasure parlor bunny. But I remembered you ordered me not to do that, so we renegotiated. Well, I'm glad I can trust somebody to stand by me. And now I have an important question. I'm bracing myself. How are you at dancing? God. I am very uncoordinated in real life. Very severely. I do the best I can. I try my best, which I think is all anyone can really ask of a person. Adorable. Okay, let me... Quite good. I'm quite good, actually. What a coincidence, so am I. Okay, hold on. I like the other one better, actually. Adorable. He taps my mask over my nose. Let's try our best, then. He offers me his arm. I like the sound of that. The musicians... are we gonna get a little ballroom dance scene as my picture? This is a crazy thing to dance to, in my opinion. I was thinking, like, slow dance? Okay. Anyways, the musicians strike up a new tune as we cross onto the dance floor. Well timed. You'd be surprised how often a little observation of foreknowledge will go in impressing people. He settles his hand on my waist. I'll take the lead this time. Dude, I look tiny again. Imagine these people are like 5'9" and, well, okay, that's not very short. Imagine these men are like 5', my height in real life, 5'7", and Dougal's just 4'9". They're not actually tall, but in comparison, tall to Dougal. God. I'll follow your lead and endeavor not to tread on your feet. Then I'll appreciate the effort. The music plays in earnest, and Oleander quietly prompts me which way I should step for each beat until I pick up the pattern. Our dancing is much simpler than anyone around us, but we are dancing properly, which is more than I could have said for myself before. So, Visual, what do you think of this? I never mentioned myself at a party like this before. I mean, it's not vulgar, I don't think. I mean, it's impressive, I think. I don't think vulgar is the right word. It's impressive. I understand why so many stories are set during these kinds of fancy parties now. There's something unreal to this kind of festivity, isn't there? Music... Oh, I completely... Wait. in the save file where I go and talk to the guy, was that happening too, or was that only when I got laced? I guess I've been raced. Nope. My brain is not big enough to remember if that was. Maybe it was. I don't know. Okay, anyways, we're just, yeah. I'm gonna continue. Indulgent Sex and Beautiful Mysterious Strangers. I'd like to read that book. And from the sound of it, you've made some good progress as my assistant. I'd like to think so. And what do you think? Is this life something you like? I'm gonna be so honest. Okay, so besides that whole part of Adonis, I like the story the best. It's more interesting. It's not like I don't feel like I have to do this thing to get to this thing to get to that thing. I think it's more interesting than the priest one was weird. The Kier one was adorable, like kind of cute and sweet. This one's good. I like this one. I like this. Sue me. The life of a merchant's assistant isn't so bad. I think I could come to enjoy this. Oh, so a beautiful outfit and a high-class party are only enough to make you think you might enjoy this life? What'll it take to convince you? You are insatiable? You just have to keep impressing me. That won't be too hard for you, right? I'm glad you're beginning to understand. I was not expecting the saxophone to come in. We turn on the dance floor. I suspect Oleander would dance beautifully with a competent partner, but he seems content to float along, doing the easiest steps. For a man as relentless in For a man as relentless in his flirtations as he is, Oleander is surprisingly gentle. His hands never hold tighter than they must to lead. God, I need to be. Ugh. His hands never hold tighter than they must to lead, and the one on my waist never dips lower. Manners, I guess. I haven't stepped on your foot yet. I'm impressed. You are better at this than you suggested. I could still step on your foot later. I trust that you'll stay careful. When the music ends and we retreat to the edge of the dance floor. Vigil, let's talk. Okay. I believe I asked you to drink within your tolerances, did I not? You did. And have you? I have. He tuts. You were softly while dancing, even for someone who only is able to try their best. I feel fine. You feel fine because you are affected. As much as I want everyone to enjoy the good time, the simple fact is that I gave you... Okay. Okay. Decline. I go back. This is my favorite story, so I don't want to mess this up. I wish to get a good ending, even though I've already got 2 bad ones. I'm not doing too hot. Not doing too hot. But it's okay. We go back. We go back and redo. Sweet treat. Sweet treat again. Turn this off. Mr. Krabs. I have an idea. Back at it. I wave my hand just enough to signal my rejection of the wine. No need to bribe me. I think on this offer, even if you didn't give me wine. I would be an idiot not to take this chance. I doubt the... Okay, so this is all going to be the same, then. Not worried at all. Oh, okay, so this is... Vigil, let's talk. Okay. Not worried at all. Okay, so you are not about to be admonished. That's a relief. I'd hate to see what you look like when you are being serious. Oh, that'll come soon enough. He pats my shoulder. I just wanted to tell you that tonight has been a pleasure. You're a bright little thing, you know. I do know, so I'm glad you can see it from behind the mask of yours. I tried to put on some imitation of his ego, and he chuckles. I hope you're not becoming too much like me now. Given how much you adore yourself, I thought you'd like that sort of thing. He shrugs. One of me is more than enough, I think. Wouldn't want to inflict being me on anyone else. Huh? I don't think he meant to sound so heartfelt just then. Those lazy fools need to develop their own sparkling personality. And he's back. Well, I think I have been earnest enough to last me a year. Back to business. Come along, Visual. This will be a memorable one. Dude, how long does this story have? Dude, I feel like, okay, I have died twice. So maybe it's just because of that. But I don't know. I feel a strange sense of anticipation build in me. Oleander promising something memorable has, so far, paid off in impressive sights. He takes us back to the entrance of the hall, approaching a member of the staff. I believe Lord Valentine has agreed to meet privately with me. Of course, sir. The staff member starts walking, and we walk half a step, behind them. Just like that? I know Oleander's distinctive, but even so, I would not expect to just be taken to the lord of this household without some kind of proof. Perhaps he has a closer relationship with the master of this house than he mentioned. Yeah, probably. Probably. We walk back down a familiar hall toward the library. The staff member leads us through the labyrinth, and somehow we do not come across any couples in the midst of private business. Business. I didn't mean to say it like that, and I have to. Business. Here you are. So we're back in this treacherous hole. Thank you, Clarity. Oleander tosses the staff member a coin. They bow and leave, and Oleander knocks on the door. Lord Valentine, I believe you were willing to speak with me. It's Oleander. Come in, Mr. Oleander. Lord Valentine's office feels like a natural extension of the library. Dude, I hope, like, in the actual full game, you're able to see these people. Like, they're actually drawn out, because I'd be really curious to see what this, like, a few of these people would look like. And probably so, like, I mean, you're paying for the full package, so, like, you get the full art design. So, I mean, I've played enough of this game to be like, oh yeah, I'm definitely getting the other chapters. Anyways, Lord Valentine himself is surprisingly small presence in the room, though not for lack of trying. He's dressed ornately, sitting at an impressive desk. He nods to us, but does not stand. Strange. He's probably short. I've taken the liberty to order us a bottle of wine. I'm certain you don't mind. Did he? Perhaps while I was off on my own merry adventures. Very good. I can do with some wine. When I threw this party, I thought I would get to enjoy more caressing myself. Okay. So, big question. Sorry, my freaking ear itched. Oh my gosh, it still itches. Jeez. Okay. So, that time when I took the wine and it poisoned myself. Okay. I think we're poisoning him. I'm calling it now. We're poisoning him. And he's gonna die. Because when I took the wine the first time, well, I chose left and I chose right, and both times I died. So, and that's why I think Oleander said, don't spoil the surprise, was because he didn't want me to take the wine and die. But he also didn't want to say, hey, we're killing somebody tonight. Fair reason. Like, hey, I want you to dress crazy like, and I want you to be looking really your best, and then we're gonna kill somebody. And I need you to help me carry the body. So don't drink too much, because I need you to lock in. I think that's where we're going with this. We're killing this guy. Or maybe not, but I'm pretty sure we are. The terrible weight of being sought after. I hope for the sake of future I don't even know how you say that word in IRL. That fewer people take an interest to you. Lord Valentine scoffs. Oh, pardon me, I forgot to introduce myself properly. I am Oleander, as you well know. I pride myself as a merchant capable of both discretion and trustworthiness. He bows. And this is my assistant, Vigil. I bow. A pleasure to meet you, Lord Valentine. The pleasure is all mine. I haven't taken my eyes off you this whole time. And he's gonna die. Thanks! And to what do I owe your interest? Oleander slides gracefully to the chair across from Lord Valentine. I stay standing, hovering over his shoulder. Hovering around him like a decoration. That's the point. That's the point, Dougal. That's the point, girl. I've heard that you might have I've heard that you might have need of a new merchant contact, and I thought I would put forward the best name I know, mine. Lord Valentine chuckles. A bold stance. Tell me, how would you live up to it? If I had a pen and some paper, I would record the details of the meeting plainly, as it stands. I can only just keep up with the rapid conversation between the two men. As ridiculous as they might be, both of them understand trade very well. If I'm following this correctly, they're discussing some lucrative trade. Lucrative? Isn't lucrative like... Okay, it's not what I thought it was, so good thing I looked it up. A knock on the door interrupts the talk. Vigil, if you would. I answer the door and bring in the bottle of wine. This is familiar. I don't say anything as I hand the bottle off to Oleander. If he wants to pretend the wine he brought actually came from Lord Valentine's cellar, that's his business. Ah, ha, ha. So that's why he paid. Big Wayne, I'm putting the pieces together. Lord Valentine opens the drawer for his desk and brings out 3 glasses, short ones for liquor as opposed to the wine glasses. Does his assistant drink, Oleander? No, she does not. She is not one for drinking. Yeah, okay. Oleander pours a glass for himself and Lord Valentine. He really needs to stop speaking on my behalf. No, Dougal, I think you need to shut your mouth. He knows what's best for you at this point. Perhaps I need to give him another nudge to the shins later. No. Oleander and Lord Valentine clink their glasses together and drink. Oleander moans satisfied. I love doing business with the lords of the market. You serve the best wines. There's an unusual taste to this one. I'll have to ask where it came from later. Now, where were we? Discussing the man currently causing your trade difficulties. Right. Lord Valentine sounds slightly strained. Oleander is exhausting, but the Lord Valentine is not much for stamina. They've barely been going for 10 minutes. If I am to join you in your trade enterprise, I would like to know what you plan to do with your road book. We're still deciding. Between what options? Bribery may work if a roadblock... Oh, does that say roadblock to begin with? I can't read nothing. Is just interested in lining his own pockets. There's always threats. Lord Valentine's breathing is getting heavy. But I know you're better than that. You're the sort of person who sees a problem and then hires an assassin about it. What? You heard me perfectly well. Lord Valentine reaches for his throat. Yep. Dead. He dead. Oleander. Hush, Dougal. All is well. How's it possible for a person to choke on air? Lord Valentine's breath comes thin, labored heaves. He can't get his voice out. Lord Valentine pounds his desk. Well, look at that. You should be grateful, you know. If I had my way, I'd be killing you very slowly. Yeah, what the fart is happening? I couldn't believe my luck, getting a rare personal invitation to Lord Valentine's estate. No references needed. And he was willing to take a meeting? Oleander stands and pounds the desk himself, leaning over Lord Valentine. Greedy old bastards like you never change. You're the same as you ever were. Ever were? Yeah, the same as you ever were. He levers his mask off his face and slightly and spits on the desk. Just die already. If I don't get to savor it, at least make it quick. Lord Valentine stands unsteadily. He looks straight at me, one hand outstretched. I'm watching a man die. I can't move. I can barely breathe myself. My lungs squeeze tight in fear. He collapses, arms still stretched towards me. I'm going to throw up. I do, retching violently, making a mess of the beautiful cloak I was given only hours before. I only just barely pulled the bottom of my mask off my face. Oleander's hand is gently rubbing my back, running his palms in circles over my spine. Well, you're certainly not about to forget this. I'm sorry you had to see that, Dougal. Unfortunately, I needed you here. I'm trembling. It's just not about Lord Valentine lying dead on the floor. How are you still breathing? The wine. You made me pick it up. It was poison, but you drink it. I have had a lot of time prepared for this moment, including developing a strong stomach and a high tolerance for darker things. If I look up, I will have to see his mask. I don't want to. But I don't want him to think I'm vulnerable, in case he tries something with me. There's something. There he is. Unreadable. I know you're frightened right now. You're right to be. He stands at his full height. I just saw him kill a man. Mama, I'm in love with the criminal. I don't doubt he could kill me if he wanted. Yeah, he can get me if he wanted. For now, you are safe with me. If you want to stay like that, you need to follow my lead. Lord Valentine suddenly died. He and I both drank the wine that came from his cellar. That is the only truth anyone needs to know, you included. I'm trembling so violently that I might collapse. I'm in hell. No, you're fine, Dougal. You're okay. I'm going to alert the guards by screaming. That's your warning. His posture changes. Oleander scrambles to the floor, looking suddenly uncoordinated. Help, for the love of the lunar god. We need help. Lord Valentine just died. Help. Chapter 1. Neutral ending. Do your job and it will be okay. Dang. Dude, that ish was good. So how do you get the good ending? I did like all the right choices for show warnings by route, show warnings by content. Okay. That how adorable, getting boobs received severe things. So, okay, yeah, this is what I wanted. You have a job to do. So, because I think that... Yeah, so the last one is the, always the ending on those. Because I got the best ending on Kira's route. You made it home. Dude, how do I get the best ending for Oleander? I liked that one a lot. I really liked that one. And I thought I got the good ending. I mean, I did get the bad several times. I got the bad ending twice. So, is there 2 bad endings? Okay, so obviously ending 20 is a good ending. Maybe there's another neutral and then 2 bad. Because I would have gotten the 2 bad if I continued. So, I think that's what it would have been.